down my audio instead of setting it to automatic because I don't trust it to not blow everybody's head off.
I had to turn up everybody else. Now everybody else is a little loud so that I can hear you.
Oh, well, sorry. Is that better?
You're louder now. Everybody's loud now, so I could turn it back down.
I just reset it to default.
Yeah.
It doesn't blow my ears off, at least. I mean, it sounds normal. You sound just like everybody else, pretty much.
So Zoom is doing its job properly and managing my peak. Because normally the microphone's 1.5 feet away from me. At the minute, it's like 3 inches. So I just didn't want to upset everybody by being super loud today.
All good.
Yeah.
All good.
Are you there, Dom? I think you're the only one whose voice I haven't heard.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. I'll probably start off a little bit scattered here today, just because of we went to a indoor playgroundy thing called in town here called Exhilarate for my son, and I took my son there, and he did not want to fucking leave. So it was hard to get him off the playground. I mean, you can't blame him.
Many a ball pit to fetch my child. Yes.
Oh man, ball pit. And there's a huge indoor playground thing that, like, an adult like us, we're not doing it. It's just not happening.
I mean, an adult like you, like, I'd dive in a ball pit. They just won't let adults unless you've got a kid there. So
No. It's not. That's not what I would want to do. The indoor playground thing is like meant for little kids. So like you're going through all these and it's like 3 stories tall. And it has like all these tubes and shit in it, and like net runs and stuff, and it's cool as hell. And I would have loved it when I was a kid. But if you're a big person trying to chase down a little kid in there, hell no.
I follow that.
Yeah, they zoom through it, and
you're like, it's like those 2 near us. What they call those kids' places where they all go and run around like maniacs.
Little hooligans.
Crash Bang Wallop, as it's called.
Okay.
Really? That's a thing. That sounds great.
Yeah, my son goes Little Hooligans every birthday. So 22nd of August, he'll be at Little Hooligans, and then I take him out on the 23rd. First time in years I've seen him on his birthday. Looking forward to it.
Have fun, man.
How old's your kid?
How old am I? 32. He turns 12 this year.
Wow, man. Yeah, mine's 4.5. I like how your like British version of like of the indoor thing is Little Hooligans. That's awesome.
They're all different names, but soft play over here, Little Hooligans, is basically what you were describing: ball pits, slides, like all of that little play area, and yeah, it's
what's that the one we've got? Ninja Arena have we got as well?
Mm-hmm.
We've got one of those down in the middle of town.
Yeah, in Warsaw.
Yeah.
By the way, there was a shooting and a killing near me.
No way.
Don't go into Birchall's. Okay. Don't go anywhere near Birchall's.
I don't. I only ever. I'm in Pelsall, and that's where I stay.
I believe there's been 19 murders in Savannah this year so far, where we live.
Wow, that's unreal, man.
Way to flex.
Wait. Welcome to America.
You got to think that's not even one full weekend in Chicago.
I couldn't do that, I couldn't live like that.
This is why I don't go outside.
Oh man, that's
grow up in it. You're just used to it,
I suppose you do. You'd love it here, then, man. You wouldn't believe it, then, would you? You'd be like, wow,
it's so safe. All right, well, let's get to this game. Let's do some murdering in game. Now, just to kind of get back to where we left off, and you guys can correct me here if I'm mistaken in any of these assumptions here, but you'd essentially continued your journeys down through the first level of the Temple of Elemental Evil, looking to clear out sections that you had as of yet not explored. And you did a fairly good job of that last time, moving room through room after room after room. First encountering a pair of torturers and dispatching them after torturing one of them, freeing a number of captives. Then you fought, and continuing on a bit further, you ended up fighting a larger group of bugbears that had taken prisoner a gnome named Manilin, and you kind of befriended him, and he ended up sort of helping you a little bit, but you ended up sort of offering to get his armor and weapons back basically for him, which you did after defeating the bugbears and such. And he, with gratitude, he offered to take the captives safely back to the surface, to Nulb, and escape from the temple.
What a don.
And yeah, it was pretty cool. And so he took them away, and that's essentially where we left off. You'd had discovered the stairway leading downwards, a spiral staircase leading down at the end of a hallway in the northwestern corner of the first level of the Temple of Elemental Evil. And you heard from Wanillan that apparently there was some bandits and a minotaur that were in conflict or something like that, and apparently there was a minotaur down somewhere below, one that had been spoken of. And excuse me. And I believe that's where we left off. Is there anything I missed out on?
I torched loads of gnolls with a lightning bolt.
You did?
Right.
He did.
With his javelin of lightning.
Mm-hmm. One of my three.
I mean, I'm glad we skipped over the justice that I dealt out. So let's move on.
What justice did you deal out?
Just killed some guy.
That the guy in the torture chamber, I just threw my sword straight through his heart and went, "Fuck you."
I mean, that was amazing. That's not
Before
a bad
we
thing.
actually start, I was just informed of something amazing. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter to star in Waiting for Godot on Broadway. That's going to be great.
If only George Carlin were still alive.
Right. That'd be wonderful. Have to share.
And this news update, an entertainment news update, brought to you by JB Tulocks.
JB Tulocks, Messenger in Blood.
He's a murderer, but he loves the theater.
Exactly.
I mean, you've got to have
Theatre of
something
blood.
higher.
Everyone needs a
Theater of
hobby.
blood.
Everyone needs a hobby.
All right. So you stand essentially in a series of hallways near where there was the torture chamber and several cells that held zombies that you ended up killing off. And obviously there's the bodies of the dead all around you in this area. There's the undead, and then the bugbears as well. Now, you collected treasure from them, did you not?
You didn't call it out, maybe not. Where's my
we-
list of treasures?
The only loot we got was the gnome's loot, right? Which he got himself.
Yeah, we
Right,
found
there's a
gnomes.
chest. You found a
Yeah.
chest.
We found 3 Russian packs, a barrel of wine, 12 flasks of oil, and an iron chest, and we hadn't opened the chest yet. That's what I've got written down.
Good bookkeeping there, bro.
I didn't remember any of that stuff. I'll write it down.
So I can't show you, but I've got a notebook that I take notes in for all of my gaming sessions, including this one now that I've got a pen. I've got no excuse.
All it took was a pen. What'd you like to do?
Where are we again exactly? What was the room?
Well, should we open the chest so we don't have to lug around this
Mm.
heavy thing?
That
It's an
reminds me now.
iron chest.
Where all the zombies, yeah, Bob had described it really well there actually, and we've gone through like a little room on room. Can I pick the chest up?
Yeah, it's a heavy iron chest.
I'll put it on my shoulder.
With a large padlock on it.
I'll put it on my
JB, do you
shoulder.
want to take a look at it?
Hang on a minute.
Oh, there's
Oh,
also
that's
you
right.
also find a small wooden box.
I'll pick up
Mhm.
the chest.
Okay, it's heavy. You can hear coins rattling around inside as you pick it up.
Drag it out into the main corridor.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out that
Smash-
small wooden box.
Smash
See
it,
what that's
smash
all
it
about.
down on the floor, and then back off.
Smash it down
I
on
hope-
the floor.
Right.
I
drop
hope there's
it
not
down
more
on the
broken
floor.
potions than that again. Remember what happened last time?
That's what I did.
Like a glass bottle with a fireball spell stored in it or something.
It was more.
The
Yeah.
lid falls open and a broken staff of the Magi crumbles out on it.
It's iron.
No, it does not.
And
Yeah, I mean, you throw it onto the ground. I mean,
I meant just to bring it out so JB can mess with it. That was all I was trying to do.
oh, okay. So you're not like
The
trying to
I was
worst-
trying
smash
to
it
break
on.
the lock. Oh no, I'll just now do the thief's job as well. No, I don't think so. Just being fighterly. Other way, Billy. Fucking in front of JB. Where is he? It was there a moment ago. And vanishes.
Mhm.
Pull all this crap up.
Meanwhile, someone else is looking at the box.
Yeah, JB's like standing there, looking
Mhm.
through his packs and has checking his weapons and everything. You've like dropped the chest right in front of him, but he seems to be paying no attention to you.
Trying to pull up roll 20 here. All right.
For some reason, he starts talking about something called Roll 20. You're not really sure what that means exactly.
These
The
drows and their
thing.
tongues.
The drow thing you wouldn't understand.
Extra
All right.
rewards for staying in character.
All right, we're going to check this guy for. Going to check this thing for traps, and of course, I will not
Mhm.
find the trap.
Stand back.
You check the small box at the same time.
There's no
Yes.
traps.
I've got two hands. All right. If there's a, all right, we're gonna unlock it if it's locked.
You gonna try to
If it's
pick it?
locked, I'm gonna try to pick it.
All right, you can roll. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Open locks is 60%. Trying to keep everything pretty well evenly upped. 39. So we opened it.
All right, so yeah, you hear the padlock satisfyingly click open, and you're able to remove it. The chest is available for opening.
Can open it and take a look inside. I'm gonna open it away from myself though.
Okay, so you aim it right at Roland, and you open it up.
I back
And
up.
now you see within there's a bunch of coins, and after a bit of time spent, calculating, you find 411 copper pieces, 151 silver pieces, 90 electrum pieces, 55 gold pieces, and 27 platinum pieces.
I'm not gonna. Right. I'll just grab a mad handful of the. I'll rush over and grab some handful of the copper. And I go, I'm gonna lure that block thing that was made of slime. I bet it will eat things like this gold, copper. So occasionally I'm just going to chuck a bit of copper on the floor.
All right, well, it's coming out of your share.
Oh, how will I cope with the loss of this copper? Oh, a mock.
Hey,
You
that's
know,
up to you.
I'll grab like a handful of 30 copper. Occasionally
Oh.
throw it about.
My God.
JB, you're skilled enough. Take a look at this wooden box for me, please.
All right, I've already have the wooden box in my hand.
Oh,
Okay.
Is this guy
Mad lad.
locked?
It is not locked, and you find no traps.
Cool. Gonna open up the wooden box.
Okay, so you see within are two vials.
I'm glad I didn't drop them.
I'm gonna say that they're marked
Okay.
as potions of healing.
Potions
The
of
reason
healing.
why is because they give a little more detail I think they would have them labeled. So there, you see that there are 2 potions of healing within, sort of wrapped in a cloth inside.
All right. Oh, hello, dogs. I'm gonna give the 2 potions of healing to Greyash.
Okay.
I trust you with these.
Thank you. I
believe,
place them in a lot. 2 of my belt pouches. 1 potion per pouch.
All right.
How much do they heal?
It's weird. It's not exactly. Let's see, what do they do?
Potion 2.
I'm going to guess 2d8.
2d4 plus 2.
2. Every week it's the same. 2d4 plus 2. So.
I knew it was something weird. That's a thing, you know?
Apart from
There you go.
pigments, which we've got some of as well, I think.
Yeah, I still hold, I think, 3 doses.
I think I used one to depoison somebody, but I can't remember.
Me.
Oh, that's it.
You used one on Tarkus. Extra points for staying in character, eh, Roland?
Wow.
Theme of the night.
Everything we say tonight is in character.
Mm-hmm.
Who said
Just doesn't
that?
make any sense.
I somehow feel that there's some narrator of our life, guys. What's
I
going
know.
on here?
I don't know. I just heard a disembodied voice that I feel like controls everything.
Mm.
So the group of hideously disfigured adventurers continued their journeys down, stumbling blindly into the dark as they have for weeks on end. None of them smelled very good.
Let's create a stash room and stash all the.
Okay, so you're saying that, right? And you're like standing down at the southernmost corridor. I'm just gonna say you guys are. I'm gonna say you're like there. Okay, so Roland, you're like here. Okay, like down near the. So there was like just for people who can't see the map, to describe it. There was a. You had come up sort of like an elbow in an angled passageway that led to the northwest. And then that kind of led you to a door within which there were the torturers on your left. But if you continued straight, which was essentially like a slight turn to the right and directly north, that's where the cells were. And then there was a dramatic turn to the right.
Yeah.
That was that you could also take as well. And so you're kind of standing near that door where the torturers were. Wanillan has like escaped. This is, I will say, like maybe 20 minutes has gone by. And you're throwing down these coins down the hallway, just to and you're making sort of this rattling sound. You have a light source, right?
Yeah, I got that thing,
The coin, right? So it's like 60 feet. So you can see pretty far down the hallway. And roll a perception check for me.
Dun, 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 dun,
And you know what? I'm going to give you like a plus
Death
2
dice.
bonus. Ooh,
Death dice.
look at that.
New macabre death dice into my dice tower. An 11, and my perception is 15.
Okay, definitely made it then. So you look down the passageway, and like you kind of shake your head for a second, like, is this just another fucking hallucination? Because god damn it, if you do not see that fucking clear giant cube-like thing moving directly towards you, like globbing along, like kind of just moving along, soaking things up.
Okay, I go, huh? And then go round the corner, and I shout out, "That block's coming back! Get ready to kill it!" And I'll go into one of the side rooms there where the prisoners were, one of the safer rooms.
Side
Like,
rooms.
you know those 6 rooms that are going
The
down?
prison, the jail cells.
Yeah.
Mm.
How does one kill a block of jello?
I'll
Which
nip
one
into
do you
the
go into,
second,
Roland?
one down from the top on the east wall. Yes, that one.
Going
Nipping
from the south,
there,
is
man.
it?
Okay, so yes. Let's
I do
go.
shout out a warning.
I'm gonna give everybody. I'm gonna give everybody 1 round of action, and then we're gonna do initiative here. So, you hear Roland says the cube thing's coming or whatever. The slime thing, cube thing's coming, and he runs towards the cell. JB, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go towards the same cell. 'Cause we know it's cleared. And I don't know how to, and I don't know
You
how to
guys are
fight
going to
a
go towards
bowl
the
of
cell
Jell-O.
that doesn't have a rear exit.
It does. Doesn't it?
The first one does.
That one or
Yeah.
that one?
As I said, the second one down on the east. Yeah, that one.
Second one down.
Well, the second one down on the east.
That's
is
the-
that one.
Right, okay, so the first one is on the west wall, isn't it? And the second
Okay,
one down
okay.
is on
That's
the
how
east
you
wall.
mean it. Okay.
The
yeah.
first one is on the west. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay,
So we're in here.
where you're in there?
Yeah, that's where I went. I ran
So
straight
you're in
there.
you're in the third one then.
Yeah, that's what I thought he said.
It's coming from the south.
Mm.
Oh, from the south. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I
you
thought it
were
was from the
standing in
north.
front of the door where the torturers were.
It would be the first room then. It would be the first room.
The one
just
that the more southerly one that has a giant question mark on it.
Yeah. Sorry,
okay,
I thought I was in the north.
And
Sorry, not
JB
south.
goes running right after you as well. What about Tarkus?
Well, I don't believe I've actually seen this yet. Everybody else saw it, but I did not. So I'm just going to stand here in the hall and see what's coming.
Okay.
Make ready to run into that
Well,
room should I need
What
to.
did you hear last time when we
I
closed the
was-
door on it?
I was quote unquote here, but not paying attention. Shh! Don't tell
Oh, I
anybody.
see. Hmm. Okay.
All right. And what about Grey Ash?
I've never. Sorry.
I feel like we have to deal with this thing like sooner or later. So I'm going to try and lightning bolt it, and then if that fails, retreat to the room everyone else has retreated to.
Yeah. Everybody, no checking monster manuals. I've never fought one of these before in the whole time that I played Dungeons and Dragons.
Me neither.
Hmm.
Not one time have I ever fought one of these things, even
Can't
though
even
they're so
remember.
iconic.
I never check the manual. I know there's like some types, some elements are like bad use, but I've no idea which types and which elements.
That's the classic.
There's
some things kill him and some things help him, basically. And it's like Pokemon then.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't have to stretch on this one. I have no idea what to do against a block of Jello.
I'm going
Alright.
to try and chop it in my sword.
Grey Ash, go ahead and fire off your try to fire off your lightning bolt.
Okay.
That'll do.
Hang on, has everybody declared?
That'll do, pig.
Not yet, but I'm just gonna let him do his thing. Then we'll go to Tuctrin. Tuctrin's the last one.
16.
Because he's a dwarf.
Shots.
You're racist, sir. You dwarfist.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just figured Grey Ash could
Plus
just aim
one.
the wand right out over the dwarf's head, no matter where he's
I'm-
standing. So I didn't.
I'm not
have
using the
that much honor.
wand. I'm using my actual spell.
Oh, you're using a spell. Okay,
This is-
you're casting lightning bolt.
Yeah, I get plus
Doesn't
one
want it to
spell.
turn into a fireball this time.
Well, I've gone fucking through a room and seen JB just scream behind me like
So
a
it's
ratty.
7 d6.
Bless him.
You hear the spidery chanting of Grey Ash as he invokes a lightning bolt. I imagine Grey Ash is probably like his voice goes like louder and softer, and it probably sounds really strange. He's a wild mage, so it's got to be like. I almost feel like he's pulling power from the weave or something like that, you know?
Saving throws must be rolled. I thought it's a save. It's just a save for half, is it?
Okay. So you're
Yeah.
go ahead and roll your damage and stuff.
20 damage.
Your lightning bolt fires down the hallway, blasting right into the gelatinous cube. And it just seems to like almost absorb it. And everything sort of like the lightning kind of moves around it and seems to do absolutely nothing to it as it continues to plod ever forward. What's Tucktern doing?
So I don't have lightning or fire. So I'm gonna light a torch and throw it down its path and see what it does when it moves over the top of it, and then I'm gonna like haul ass away from it.
Guys, isn't this the thing that just sucked in all of the torchlight from the candelabras and shit as we were walking around?
It did, but did it hurt it? Did it? No, we didn't see it do.
Yeah,
it.
roll a perception. Roll a perception check.
I rolled a 1.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it you can see like as it's moving down the hallway, it starts sucking up the coins that Roland had thrown down the hallway. Like he gets sucking up like, and then there are other things in it too, like other treasures are within it. But you can see that
do the treasures look deteriorated in any way? Is it storing them or consuming them?
So
it seems to be like there's things inside of it. Like it doesn't like metal. It seems like metal is within. Anything else doesn't seem like it's within. But Tucktern, you see it does like go over the torch, but you can see now that there's a bit of a scald mark, and it seemed to have at least kind of slightly damaged it.
Okay, so I see that and I back away and go, fire may harm it. What do you say, Grey Ash? When you know such monstrosities. Surely this was created by a wizard at some point.
So it's oil.
I don't think I've researched them.
All right,
We do.
so
if we lead them to the hallway behind us with all the braziers.
Okay, hold on. So you've all acted, and now we got to get to real declarations because this is an initiative round now. The thing, like it just plods ever forward. You see Tarkus is like standing there, like waiting for it to get to him. Basically, Grey Ash is, I say, a few feet behind him, and Tucktern is kind of there as well. He threw the torch. JB and Roland are hiding in a cell. So
what I do best.
I'm not hiding. I'm
Okay.
like preparing. I cast off my shield.
Okay.
And I'm preparing to fucking double hand it with my fucking sword as it goes past.
Roland is has bravely run away, put himself in a room out of harm's way, but he is definitely, most certainly not hiding.
I was thinking he's
the
going to
tale
come
of
past the
brave Sir
door.
Roland.
Past the door.
Sir Roland ran away.
Tactical repositioning.
You're not making it better.
And Sir Roland, they're not quite as brave as Sir Lancelot.
All right, Grey Ash, what are you doing this round?
I'm running. Well, I guess I'll flee back into the room with the others, and shout to the other guy that's standing in the hallway. It's like, flee! We must lead it to fire.
Just to be
let
clear,
it pass.
the others did not flee. They didn't run away, and they're not hiding.
We have this.
Advance backwards.
I told you I was grumpy today, man. You gotta just give me that.
In my mind, I'd run to the nearest door, and as soon as it was passing me, I was going to hack it. That was what was going on in my mind.
Well,
you want to run back to that door?
yeah. I was like, get in here.
All right. What about?
I shouted. It's like, get in here.
Tarkus, what do you want to do?
I'm going to pull out one of the vials of oil that we found floating around.
Oh, yeah.
And shout, Tuktron, light another torch. And I'm going to make ready to throw it on the floor right in front of it. So hopefully we can set the thing ablaze with this oil.
And speaking, so Tuktron, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna light torches and back away from this thing. Like, how fast is it moving?
Fast as the dwarf.
Oh well. So I'm gonna all right. So it's not on top of me. I'm gonna move as fast as a dwarf and start lighting some torches. I'm getting away from it.
Otherwise known as 6 movement rate. All right. So what about? Okay. So JB and Roland, you are in the room, but obviously you can still do stuff. I'm just messing with you. You're looking out, kind of looking out the door. You're seeing what's going on. You see the creature, kind of extend around the edge there. JB, what would JB want to do?
I'm just going to stay defensive because I have no idea what this thing can do or how I can possibly attack it.
All right, and then finally Roland.
I'm going to watch and see what the rest of the guys do because the magic users are the most likely to have seen something like this.
All right, so you're holding your action. Then what about Roland, Chris?
I'll shout to JB. Pull me back in if it grabs me, and I'll like prepare. And as soon as it goes past the doorway, double-handed fucking strike on it, on the side of it, like, or through it.
So we're not closing the door. So it's in.
I wasn't ever intending to close the door. No, I'm waiting by the door.
And steal his sword.
Fucking chopping.
All right, so Chris, why don't you roll us the D10 for initiative then?
D10. Ready? A 5. I go on 9.
Miscellaneous action, so 8.
Oh no, it's two-handed. So that's 3. 8. Yeah, even better.
Right,
pretty large, right?
Yeah, they are large. So you roll a 5. I don't know how long does it take does a miscellaneous action to light a torch? Is that 3?
It's 3 last I checked.
Okay, so on 8 then Tarkus and Tarkus and Tuktron. Greyhawk, you're not doing anything beforehand. You're just kind of running to the room. And
I thought they were going to close the doors.
All right, so Tarkus and Tuktron, Tarkus, you're able to throw down the oil. Kind of describe to me exactly what you're doing.
Is this on a 8?
Well,
but it's not actually to you yet, Chris. So you're on an 8, but
Missile
you're
melee.
waiting for it to get to you. So,
cool.
So I suppose I'm keeping pace with Tuktron because me and him are working as a team here. So as I'm moving back, I turn with this globe of oil in my hand and throw it, aiming to land it right in front of it. So
okay,
that's my intent.
And I assume Tuktron is then going to try to throw the torch onto that oil.
That is the theory, yes.
All right, so Tarkus, go ahead and just roll the hit and just don't fucking fumble or something. You know what I mean?
Oh dear, it's a 9.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah. So there's a splash. So it splashes, the oil splashes in the hallway there, and then so the creature is continuing to plod forward. It doesn't seem to be intelligent anyway, so it doesn't seem to react to the fact that you threw oil. And Tuktron, go ahead and just roll to throw your torch. And you two also do not
I rolled a 7.
Okay, fine. So the fire erupts, scalding the creature. Oh God. Okay. It seems to hurt it pretty badly. But the torch, oh God, you know what? It's probably on fire, I feel like. Let me make a saving throw for it and see if that would snuff it out, or let's see what happens here. Actually, you made a saving throw. Yeah, so I'm gonna say like it lands right in front of him, and there's a huge conflagration, and it like rolls over it, and you can just see this like huge scorch, and the cube quivers a bit, but then the fire goes out. It definitely was hurting, and the thing continues to move. Tuktrin and Tarkus, the two of you move back into the room, and the creature continues to move forward, like going after human flesh. Grey Ash as well in the room, and then it's like moving towards that door, Roland, and it's basically right there at the door. You want to make your attack?
Yeah, I step out sidewards and back into the side of the creature as it passes the doorway.
Okay.
It's not...
12. That's like... Okay, 12 plus 7, 19.
You got it. You hit him.
Minus 4.
Yeah, you hit him.
And it's... is he large?
Large.
Yes.
So, two-handed, that's 2d8.
Oh.
Plus 8. That's 2 and 7. 9 plus 8 is 17, isn't it? 17.
Dude, describe your kill, man.
Oh, in that case,
It's that easy.
I slash into the side of it, and a massive gout opens up, and I lunge forward, and somehow it's like, I don't know, maybe there's like an X. Cells have like membranes and inner bits. Maybe I just hit a vulnerable part of that. My sword comes out the other side, and then it just goes.
Yeah, it just kind of splatters to the ground then. Moving no more. It's non-sentient, but yet magical energies, forever dead. I'm going to give you guys the hit dice on this now, so I don't have to look it up again. And that is 4 hit dice. So the creature's dead. And,
wow.
You kind of wait for it to settle a little bit. And, the little bits that get on you, they kind of do burn. It's like you're not really like hurt by it because it's not really, getting on you. And that burning sort of characteristic starts to diminish as the creature's life force, whatever that means. 4 hit dice as it expires. And there are a couple of metal treasures in there, as I mentioned, but they're it's all worthless. It's bits of dented armor and broken swords and things like that. There's nothing of any real value within the creature.
What a monstrosity. Imagine being sucked into that and burning to death.
No, thank you.
Does it look like there's a bunch of residue left on the ground where it was at? Like the trail that it took?
Yeah, there's like a slimy trail. And there's like a, kind of a pile of like ooze. Like, imagine clear jello. And a lot of it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take just keep moving.
So I'm gonna peel back the curtain here for a second. So Chris just started to do this thing, throw the coins down there. So I rolled, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I gotta roll random encounters. I rolled random encounters. There is a 1 in 100 chance that the gelatinous cube will come up in the dungeon at any given time, and that I have to roll an 8% on 100%, a D100, and I fucking rolled an 8.
Chaotic neutralness of things.
Amazing.
One day we'll find out what that 100 was.
One in a
God,
million.
right?
1 in 100 turns up 9 times out of 10.
No, that's not
Well,
right.
that's that dealt with. We don't have to worry about that thing sneaking up behind us now.
Mm-hmm. flick a bit off onto Greyhawk.
Fuck. I should research these. I would have known the lightning wouldn't affect it. No matter.
Not really a very good pet.
No, I'd say not.
That large spider I had.
Slurp.
Sorry.
So another enemy defeated.
Yeah. So are we going down these...
Step.
Yeah, same thing. Moving down the corridor, going towards the stairs.
Yeah.
Guys,
See,
before
this-
we run off, there's one room I'd like to check. The room that the bugbears came from.
Oh,
I don't
Are we
really
not-
look there.
Are we not fully
We have not
circumventing?
checked that yet. The bugbears came
we
out,
have not.
caused
Okay.
trouble.
Yeah?
that's a good point.
Lead on. You're the mapper.
So yeah, I'll take everybody back. Through EA into that room.
Okay.
I assume we're passing up the eastern quarter for now.
Well,
The
I don't really want to.
DM is scarily rolling die.
Yeah, I don't want to either. Like I'd search every room of every building if I could, but
I just want to check that one because we got set about by what was it, 3 bugbears? They just come rolling out.
yeah.
I think we should, after this, fully at least scout those areas. We don't want to leave anything behind us. It's
Fair.
not so bad on the lower levels. But
It's fair.
this-
We've gotten. It looks just based on what we've cleared that we've got almost all of this floor covered.
There's a lot of rooms in the east, but yeah.
I feel that as we venture forth,
Yeah, you're right.
most
we
of
do
the
have some
evil
there, but
on this level will disperse itself as there's nothing here to guide it anymore.
yeah, one can only
Oh.
hope.
So you head into that room as you're having this discussion, and you begin looking around. There is a door, of course, to the north, which you're able to sort of deduce. Here, let me open this up.
Can you open up this one behind the curtain as well? I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah,
Wizard of
sorry.
Oz isn't in there, but
No,
I'm
that
still
was
being
where
in there.
where the gear was and stuff.
Thank you. Oh, it's much smaller than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Just a
It
little-
had
it
no
was a
gear.
little
It didn't have
storage
to be
room.
that big.
Gnolls are huge, dude. They're 7 feet tall.
I said gnome. It had gnome gear.
Gnome gear, yeah. So the
It worked for
The-
the gnome office.
yeah, so like you kind of start looking around the room, and you do find there are these 2. Let's see here. There are 2 gallon. There's a 2-gallon cask of beer, and then there's a couple of like lumpy sacks that are in the cupboard that contain. Oh, here I can actually read you this. Let me read you this description. This plain room contains little of interest. A peg shoved between the blocks of stone on the west wall held a robe of dull black cloth adorned with a pale brown pattern, a pair of triangles one atop the other. In the southeast corner of the room stands an old battered table with 2 chairs, a stool, and a bench along its southern edge, clustered around it. A cask is on the table with some earthenware mugs and bits and pieces of food. 3 torches burn in the wall sconces, and 8 fresh ones lie on the floor. An open cupboard in the northeast corner displays old plates, several mugs, lumpy sacks, and a string of small dried sausages. A large water barrel stands near the southwest corner, opposite the door.
Doctrine, you can replenish your supply on torches. And,
I just love Roland's
yes.
reaction to the sausages.
It just always goes around the room like sausage.
I mean,
I'm
sausage
hungry.
is a big deal to Roland.
Sausage of what though?
We'll say
We'll
boar.
have to taste it to find out.
Oh, okay, yeah, have a sniff.
Smells like boar sausage. You also do
Taste,
find
right.
some loose coin, 33 silver pieces, 16 electrum, and 24 gold pieces.
Tastes like Alf.
Sorry, 24 gold. How many electrum?
16 electrum, 33
16.
silver.
33 silver.
Cold
Yeah,
hard
I've got the
cash I
silver.
keep track of.
Thank you.
How big's the cloak?
Oh, it's an evil priestly cloak. You don't want it, Roland.
I mean, it's like man-sized.
Yeah, but I'm thinking if I put that on and fondle my orb of death, I could look pretty fucking convincing.
You're gonna fondle your orb of death in a family show.
This is not a family show. I put a warning at the top of every episode.
No, we need, what you
Like
need
not,
is
it says not for children on every episode.
we need that gnome back because
Tell
it's
me
musical.
one thing that we've done that isn't suitable
Metronome.
for children.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll have a look at the cloak. What is it like?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a black cloak.
Black, you say?
Yeah, it's a dull black cloth with a pale brown pattern of two triangles, one atop the other. You've seen sort of versions of this symbol.
It's like an LTK penny. I bet you. Yes, this would be the kind of thing the bugbear lieutenants would wear. Say, I'll stuff one in my pack. Oh, there's only one there, isn't there? Somebody stuffed
Just
in the
one.
pack.
There's just
Okay.
one.
I'm just thinking it could be handy if we need to disguise, or sneak about, or pretend to be prisoners or some shit. I say. Never that plan ever works, ever. You might as well say,
So if it
Oh,
never
we've got
works, why are you suggesting it, my friend?
well, sometimes we have no plans at all when we use that one. But I have little else to say about the room. I suppose while anybody does anything else, I'll just search that area for secret passages for 10 minutes. Something to do. If everybody else is searching stuff. Or looking
I
around.
believe we're ready to move forwards, are we not, guys?
Very well,
us head down into the depths and deal with this Minotaur.
Are you not listening? Are we doing the east part as well?
Why would we need to do the east? Come
Because-
now, guys. We're here to do a task. We need to, disperse the evil from this place, not clear every single room. The evil should disperse itself once the overlords have gone.
You think so?
Hmm.
What makes you so confident?
I have faith in my gods.
Well,
Sure. Well, surely you should be willing to kill them then if you're a god of combat. Never mind though. If you think it is wise to proceed and leave forces
So
behind
you're
us,
saying if we
so
press forward and kill the evil in the temple, the evil that's still in the temple will disperse, and there will be nothing guarding all the treasure that's in the east. Let's go.
That is one way to put it, little drow.
I fear that there is
well,
the warning is in the poem that there is something that lies deep within the heart that can never be purged and will always attract evil here.
I mean, we're here.
Till we purge that evil. Just because the songs say that it cannot be purged, that just means it's not come across us yet.
Pride often
Songs.
comes before a
Well.
fall.
Are those hacks in election back?
do we feel ready to take on the Minotaur if we walk down those stairs right now? How powerful are these beasts?
I don't think we could be any less ready or more ready.
Hmm.
I feel that we're just wasting time fighting these minor inconveniences when there is greater battles ahead that we should be focusing our attention on. As a war
Right.
priest,
What if there is some clue in the
Going
rooms
for greater.
that may help us in the lower levels?
it would be one of the most obscure clues.
So then we
Find
would
it in one
return.
of these outlying rooms.
I don't know. I'm just saying. If
Well,
the- if the
what is the general consensus? Do we continue to clear room by room this floor, or should we move forwards? Let's take a vote.
I say we scout ahead There are clearly multiple ways up to this floor. They could get behind us even if we cleared the whole floor out.
Good point. I say we go. Keep on moving forward.
I also believe we should just move forward at this point.
When you say move forward, you mean go down a level?
I do.
Yes.
Just to be clear on what we're all saying. Well, very well.
Nothing here is under the presumption that we are not here. We have made our presence more than known. Whatever's below is preparing for us to be there. Whatever's up here, if it knows we're here, just like those bugbears. If they're going to attack us, they're going to attack us. If we're worried about getting jumped from behind, as was stated before, there's so many other ways up to this floor. They could circle around us. They could come behind us. Things could come up. If there's even lower floors, they could come up to the next floor. We don't really know how much time do we want to spend here.
The longer we spend here, the more time they have to prepare a counteroffensive.
Exactly. And the more time the Earth Temple may be able to be rebuilt by whatever forces may arrive there.
Well, I think if you kill the temple level entirely, it cannot rebuild. But you may be right. If you wish, as you say, the whole group stands against me on this, so I will press on with you. And I'll just put my shoulder up again and move forward. And don't look bothered.
Here's the thing: if we need to leave it at some point and come back in, we'll just go the other side. How's that?
Listen, you don't have to explain yourselves anymore. It's okay. We can just carry on. I'm just thinking there could be other prisoners, there could be other things, beer. But the Minotaur, of course, is more important. Come then.
He says as he's munching on sausages and drinking beer that he just found. The beer, by the way, does seem fine. It's not like anything special, but it doesn't,
It's not high enough quality for Tarkus. Onwards.
It's definitely not good enough quality for me.
I just prepare to go then.
All right, so you're going to head to the stairs then?
Yes, sir.
All right, you move to the end of the hallway, and you see the stairway before you, the spiral staircase leading down into darkness. What lies beneath remains somewhat of a mystery, but you do have in mind that there may be a Minotaur. So you kind of walk apprehensively. And after extending, it goes down about 30 feet, actually. I think each level is about 30 feet deep. So you end up going down fairly deep. And as you're getting close to the bottom, you start to see some light sources. And I get to switch the map. This is fun.
Woo!
Been 2 years.
Pretty much. Sec here. Yeah, so you move down the spiral staircase, and ultimately you end up reaching its bottom. And there are,
I knew
and as you do, you can see that there's
for a moment and was like, what happened to my roll 20?
Oh yeah, it's all black.
Yeah.
You can see as you get down to the bottom of the stairs, you can see that passages lead in both directions, and there are torches here.
Nope, it's all black.
I know I'm trying to get it for you. I just gotta do these map. This dungeon is very
silly roll 20 and its silly things.
Yeah, so you can see the passageway continues. As you get down to the bottom of the stairs, you can see the passageway sort of in front of you. Heads both to the right and to the left, to the southeast and to the southwest. The western direction, elbows only about 15 feet down the hallway and turns into a strictly southern direction, while the corridor that heads to the southeast goes maybe 25, 30 feet before it turns directly east. In both cases, because of those turns, you're not really able to see anything beyond those turns. But again, there are torches like every 15 feet or so. It's not like it's brightly lit. I would call it low lighting, but you're able to sort of see a bit. What would you like to do?
I would like to explore southeast, personally.
Southeast?
I agree.
But we could we could
another right now.
We could break up the party a little bit.
Never split the
JB,
party.
you're practically invisible. You could have a quiet scout down the southern. It's okay. Tuctron will keep an eye on you. He does not look interested in this plan. Okay, we shall stick together and go southeast.
Especially in a new place where we don't know where anything is, what we can possibly see other than there might be a minotaur. We sticking together, sir.
Fair play. I didn't realize you were a wuss.
I mean, Sir Roland ran away. I mean, that's all I can say.
If it comes to running, brother, they know who will win in that one. Just lazily, walk along.
Between life and death, what would you choose, my little drow friend? Oh, wait, you're staying with the party.
I would have struck a lesser man in the throat, but I know you're only joking. So.
Right.
Roland justifies JB's remark by assuming that he was joking, when in actuality, it's very unlikely that JB was joking because he is an asshole.
Ominous
I'm
voice
sorry,
again.
I gotta play my character every once in a while now.
Yes, where is the musical gnome? The metronome? Where is he? We need him back.
All right, so you head down that passageway?
Yeah.
I'm going there.
All right, let me get the marching order once more. Now, it's been Tuctron and Roland sort of at the front, and then Tarkus, Greyash, JB. We still good with that?
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, before you do anything, I got a suspicion. So
Mhm.
I am going to go around the corner normally, but I'm going to crouch a bit so I can peep. And then I'll pop around if there's nothing there.
Oh, hold on a sec.
I spy with his bad eye.
Shield, peep.
Sorry, there's the map, of course, as always, is very strange looking. So
What'd it do?
Shame you can't turn into a bat and fly around, JB. So
all right, everybody roll me a D10
That?
and tell me what you roll.
a D10. So
Mhm.
1.
Ooh,
you bit,
1.
D10.
That's good.
6.
3.
Okay, and what did okay? So what? And I'm sorry, what did Tarkus get?
8.
What's Roland's dexterity?
15.
Does he have any reaction modifier?
Not at 15.
Not a 15. All right, so you're rolling, you're crouching around and you move around the corner.
Mhm.
And you kind of you see the turn. You take a couple. The group maybe takes a few steps forward. You can see that there's passageways to the north.
Mm-hmm.
About 30 feet down the hallway as it turns to the east. There's passageways to the north and to the south, and then the passage continues on much, much deeper. And maybe another 30, 40 feet before again turns north. Coming down from the south, however, turning around the corner, basically like right as you guys start moving down the hallway, you see monstrous, very large humanoids, beefy and muscular, hideous in their forms. You've seen these things before, but in that case, you'd only fought one. This time, there are 3 ogres who are moving down the hallway. Let's see if they are surprised. They seemed ready for battle as they moved around the corner, weapons in hand, almost as if they were searching for someone to bloody their blades. Of course, Grey Ash and Roland are both surprised. So the two of you and
are you surprised on the 1, 2, and 3?
If you don't have a reaction adjustment bonus.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 7, 8, 9, whatever. 8, 9, 10. Okay. I'm scratching under my armpit.
All right, so let's go ahead and do some declarations. Now, Tarkus, JB, and Tuktrin are still fine. Tuktrin's up in the front. Tarkus is right behind him. JB is at the very back. So technically speaking, JB, you probably really can't... depends on you guys. Do you want to be 15 feet up and so that way JB can see, or is he still around the other end of the corner?
We normally do spacing, don't we? So we don't blow up.
Yeah, typically we do.
So JB technically can't see anything, but I'm just gonna say like maybe Roland makes an exclamation. I don't imagine Roland would stay. Yeah, exactly.
Run away!
So something is obviously happening, and you hear like, "What you doing here?" And you hear like and another voice. These not who we're looking for, but these make good meals. All right, so
they're looking for someone.
So so let's go do declarations. So now I'm gonna give Tuktrin. You're at the very front, so we'll start with you. What do you want to do? You're not surprised, but you can see Roland seems like, I guess, surprised. Just gonna stand there for a minute.
So, and these are ogres, correct?
That is correct, and there are 3 of them.
I am going to draw both of my axes, and so they're not close enough to attack yet, right? They're pretty far away still.
No, they're not that far away. They moved around the corner. So there's a passage about 30 feet up down the passageway. It splits to the north and to the south. They came from the southern passageway.
Right.
And just like walked around the corner. So they're like, I'm going to say you guys were probably 10 feet in when this happened. Okay.
Yeah. So
they're like 20 feet away from you. They're in, they're not in melee range, but they're about to be.
Okay. So I'm going to draw my 2 axes because obviously they see us. We're not hiding.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move up in front of Roland because at that distance I can't get to them and still make an attack. Really, it would take my whole movement.
20 feet?
I only have.
He's got little legs.
I'm a dwarf.
You can move 60 feet.
That's a normal human movement is 60, right? So I'm less than that.
Normal human movement is 120 feet.
Oh, is
movement in 2nd edition is outrageous.
Oh, okay. I just got done playing 5th edition. Sorry.
Yeah, 5th is 20. It's like 20 and 30 or something like that.
Or whatever it is. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So can I draw my weapons and say something, gauge their reaction, and if they don't react a certain way, just rush them?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Like draw my axes, and I just want to say, go on about your business, ogres, or die. Like, and that's basically what I want to say.
It's not an option.
I wish to
I mean, you
intimidate
can do
them.
that. Yeah, you can say that.
And you know,
Certainly
as
a
I'm moving
decision.
towards them, and basically, like, if they like say, stop, dwarf, or whatever, maybe. If not, then I'm just gonna bum rush them.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard them talking about the possibility of a delicious meal.
Yeah,
but
looking for
it-
someone
it-
else, but yeah. So
yeah, it doesn't sound like they're much. I mean,
all right,
one
I'm
of
gonna
them
bum rush them.
one of them laughs when you say that. You know, as you say that.
All right, so I'm just gonna dive
I'm
into
gonna
them.
enjoy eating this dwarf meat, even though
I'm
it
gonna
is a
dive
bit
into
tough.
them with reckless abandon, both axes, no shield, just whole hog right to the three of them.
Love it. All right, so what about? I'll go Tarkus next, so you're kind of like next in line.
Yeah.
I can walk whilst trying to cast a spell, can't I? The distance that he's
Technically,
got.
you're
No.
not supposed to be
Okay.
able to do any movement while you're casting
Okay.
a spell.
That's
Sometimes
fine.
I'll let you do a little bit if it's like
I think
You
it's
know.
there's like half movement or something.
it's not the rule.
sure we
The
saw
rule as
No,
written
it's
is
fine.
yeah.
I'm sure I saw
Then
something.
I'm going to. What am I going to do? Yeah, I'm just gonna follow up with my bastard sword. I'll stick with Tuctran. I'm gonna go and cook me some ogre meat.
And finally, JB Tulux, you know, JB hears the sounds of things and happenings and ogre noises, and Tuctran seeming to, you know, invoke a killer rage in himself.
I fire some arrows once I see things to attack, but I've also got my friends there, or at least the people I'm traveling with that are keeping me alive.
You can move up, you know, around the corner and take your
move up and
shot.
I'm gonna move up and get a better look. With these guys being as big as they are, though, does that negate any of the penalty for making a not hitting my friend's shot?
Because they're large.
Because they're larger, they're a bigger target. I'm just thinking. I have no idea. I don't play this game. Except
I don't
here.
remember if that has any factor, but I think that seems like somewhat sensible.
You
So
used
maybe-
to. You're supposed to add up the variable of small, medium, and large, with small being half, medium being 1, large being 2, and then calculate it through into a number. But I would just give a mod or rule.
Yeah, we'll say it's normally -4 when you're like fighting a medium, so we'll say -2.
Okay.
Hey, that's
yeah,
perfect, isn't it?
that works for me. I will move up and take a shot.
All right, so then let's go ahead and now that we've got the declarations taken care of, why don't well, Tuctran, you're at the front. Dom, why don't you roll, because I always love when you roll.
Roll a 1, my guy. Let's
Trash. All right, come on. 3.
go. That's
Three.
good enough.
That's okay. I'll take a 3.
One 8.
Okay, so 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
D20 first. We don't roll damage yet. 11 plus 2, 13, armor class 5.
Nice. Music's cool as well.
Armor class 5 does it. So yes, you rush up and thrust your bastard sword at the creature. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hey! 12 damage.
Wow.
Plus 2, 14 damage.
Wow.
I knew the
He
time would
grunts
come.
in pain and surprise. That someone he looked at that's so inferior. He says, "Boys, this ain't gonna be an easy meal." All right, so that was at 7.
I go on 8.
8. They also go. So they. I'll let you get your shot off though. It's missile first, so technically your shot goes first.
All right.
And you don't have to have a penalty because they're not. Well, actually, Tarkus is in melee. Yeah, they are in melee now. So, I mean, there's only 2 of them can attack. Yeah, the one he is attacking is.
All right. Tarkus is fighting with 1. I'll aim at the other.
Okay. There's 3.
I thought you said there were 2 that were in melee that were.
Yeah, but there's really only 2 can fight side by side in the hallway.
Okay. All right. Well, then the guy behind him gets a pass for now. I'll aim at the guy that Tarkus isn't fighting.
Okay.
That
Do it.
Up front. Yeah. That is a 18. That's gonna hit armor class. Someday I'll have this memorized. Maybe. That's gonna hit armor class of -1.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Ooh. I would hope so. He's a nice big target. That's gonna do 5 points of damage.
Okay. Now the arrow pierces off a chunk of flesh off one of the creature's arms. Roars in pain and anger. They have these sort of massive spiked clubs as they're shambling down as they're moving down the hallway. And Tarkus, the one that's right in front of you, takes that big club in front of you and he says, and he smashes it down on you. He says, "You're gonna regret stabbing me with that sword." Let's see here. That is 15. AC 3? No, AC 4. AC 4?
Miss.
All right. So yeah, you managed to dodge this, like kind of
Just
bracing yourself.
Off of my shield.
Yeah, bounces off your shield. And then the other one comes up to meet Tuctrin. And that's not going to hit. Yeah, definitely not going to hit. Take out that go. Is that right? 8, 9, 8. Yeah, that's not going to hit. AC 7. All right, so so you managed to Tuctrin, as you're rushing up towards this creature, you kind of dodge underneath its big club, and it slams down into the ground. Your armor spell takes damage, so once the damage is done, the armor's gone. All right, so that was at 8. 9.
I go on 9.
Do it. This one actually is the one that got the arrow in it because it's the one that was sort of in the front. The next one that was in front, sort of.
That works.
Has a bit of injury to it.
AC 1.
Yeah, that'll do it.
D8. 6, so 15. Just swinging with the axe.
All right. Yeah, you just just blood splatters up against the wall as you open a big cut in its belly. It still stands, but you can see that it's heavily wounded. Both of the ones that you and Tarkus are fighting are wounded severely. You want to take your second attack?
So because the second attack this round's my offhand attack goes to the end of the round, doesn't it?
I thought that
and next round it's like 1-2 end of round. Like this round would be 1 end of round. Next round is 1-2 end of round. Isn't the offhand always end of round, or is it my second attack that's end of round? I can't remember.
Second attack is always end of round.
Okay, so I'll take it. Yeah.
Offhand is simultaneous.
So
it could be slower if the weapons or faster. Different.
Yeah. So for thematics, can my first attack have slashed across his thigh, and I'm going to try to slash his other thigh, kind of make him drop down, like chopping him down because he's so tall?
Okay, I like that. That's fine.
That's an 18 on the die, so.
Oh yeah, that's
gonna hit.
One would hope.
Dwarven lumberjack.
So yeah,
cutting
exactly.
down trees.
If my 18 hit, your 18 definitely hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
9. Yeah, so like chopping him down, he just falls down to his knees and falls over.
Yeah, he falls down to his knees, falls over.
And Tuctrin just starts to laugh. Like he's like thoroughly enjoying himself right now.
Are those one of the species enemies of ogres?
Yes, ogres are one of my species enemies, and they also get -4 to attack me, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, he definitely wouldn't. He was AC 11 then. All right. So that was. Wait, JB, you get your second attack.
I wasn't thinking I got a second attack because I moved up.
No, you
before I
do.
took my first shot. Cool. All right. Well, one's dead. I'm gonna. Can I aim at the one in the back now? Is there room?
Yep.
We're gonna do that. And that is a 3. That will definitely not hit.
Arrow goes careening off the wall.
I assume at least. That would hit that'll hit an
Doesn't
AC
hit.
14.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it. All right, so yeah, that takes us to the end of the round. So
Declarations.
yeah,
I shall
the
continue
last
chopping at
one
the-
didn't do an action that round at
Sorry?
all.
Oh no! it
Yeah,
didn't.
let's go.
So he was like in the second round. He runs.
Ooh.
He says, "This isn't worth it," and he goes running back down the hall to the south.
Can I lob a dagger in his back?
You don't have any attacks. You're still surprised. This is the round that you were surprised. All right,
Sorry.
so yeah, he just runs around the corner. You can't see him. That's his whole round. Yeah, okay, let's get to decorations then.
Fire.
You're gonna fire. Grey Ash is back. What are you gonna do, Grey Ash?
Is only one of them fleeing?
Well, the other one that he didn't take an action that round, so I let him flee at the end of the round. You don't know what the other one is doing this round.
Can I cast a spell on the one that's trying to run away?
No. Nope,
Oh.
he's gone. Can't see him.
He's gone.
You can move.
Well, yeah, I guess I'll try this other wand on the one that's remaining. That hasn't worked yet, the paralyzation one. I wanted it to work once. Will that work on these? I think it'll work. I've written that down. Yeah, that's my declaration. Some trying to wand the ogre.
That's the sound of the ogre right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Voice sounds weird because of like noise cancellation.
All right, so you're gonna do on to paralyzation. What's Tarkus gonna do this round?
Once a week.
Chop, chop, chop.
JB's firing. What about Tuctron?
Oh, I'm going all in on the one that's left.
All right,
I can't. So the one that ran away, I don't see, right? Like he's
yeah,
really
I mean,
far away.
he was behind the other two, which you just fought, and so once they were, one at the end of the round, basically, after you guys like cut one down and severely wounded the other, he just was like, "Fuck this," and just was out. So he took his round to run away, basically.
Yeah, I got no way to catch him. So yeah, I'm just gonna attack this guy that's left.
Okay. And what about Roland, Chris?
Okay. So both of them are dead and one's run off.
No, one is dead, one is alive, the other one's run off. The one that's alive was pretty badly wounded by Tarkus last time with his bastard sword.
He don't need any help, does he really?
I don't know.
I step ready, but I'll delay my attack. I'll attack at the end of the round on any survivor.
Okay.
So delay.
All right. So let's go ahead and roll initiative. David, why don't you roll this time?
A 10.
I want to steal his thunder, man.
I was like 0, but then I realized 0 is a 10.
All right, so on 8, the ogre says, "Fuck this!" And he goes. He also turns and runs. Now Tuctrin, I would say Tuctrin and Tarkus are both right there. So you can take attacks of opportunity as he runs away.
I shall do
Yes,
just
go
that.
well.
For sure.
Anyway, never works well if you.
If they don't kill him, am
really-
I able to take a shot?
I don't know if you get attacks of opportunity with a bow. Do you?
I have no idea.
Probably not.
AC 3 from Tarkus.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter then, probably.
Drop him, Tarkus.
12 damage.
Yeah. Cut him down.
I just
Dead.
plunge my sword straight through his back as he tries to run away.
He falls dead. And the dungeon once again goes quiet.
Okay.
Two dead ogres lie at your feet. Their blood pouring out.
I
Congealing.
step over them and peep around the corner where the other one went off. With my shield in front of me.
Mm.
Surely
Probably
we
good
can
that you
hear
ran
the
away.
thudding of his feet through these hallways, the echo. Dum, 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 as he was running away.
Mm. I don't think we should. I wish we could catch him. Fuck.
You and I maybe could, but somebody would have to carry the dwarf.
Hmm.
Rob,
That's just
Yeah.
I literally walked around the corner where the ogre went off and my shield just ready.
All right. You move around the corner. Take a look down to the south. And you can see the hallway extends to the south, maybe 40 feet, 50 feet, and ends in a door. The hallway does. It ends in a door. But let me give you actually hit dice on these guys really quick. That was 4, 8, 12 hit dice. I'll give you 8 hit dice because that third one did get away. I'll give you XP for killing it, but I'm not going to give you hit dice. 8 hit dice. You can see, like, again, 50 feet down the way, you can see that there's a door. As far south as you can see. Again, there are torches on either side. Let's see. But in addition to that door, you can see that the passageway sort of veers off in either direction like a Y. One to the southeast, one to the southwest passage. Continuing, and you can see that they're lit, but you can't, just because of the curve, you can't actually see what's down that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Just glancing back in the other direction really briefly, you can see that the hallway also goes in that direction about 50 feet. There is and turns to the left, but there's also a door on the right at the far end of the hallway.
Okay. I hold the middle position on the corner and wait for the party.
Mm.
Maybe there's a door behind us. Maybe you want to check whilst we cover this area in case anybody else encroaches.
That's a good idea.
I don't want to.
I'll actually stand by JB's side just in case there's something in there unfriendly.
Yeah.
And to make sure he doesn't steal all the gold.
Come on. Yeah, I'll check the door for traps and to see if it's locked.
Are you talking about the door directly to the south of like the hallway that you're in? Okay.
Yeah, where they're pinging right there, the one we passed by to fight the ogres.
You are certain there's no traps on this door.
Doesn't mean there aren't any. Is it locked?
No, you're certain. There's definitely not a trap on this door.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
All right, we'll open it carefully.
does that even mean? What does a
Carefully.
careful opening of a door mean?
Pushing
You know,
it with
even
a
the-
stick and then backing up so that someone else can take the brunt of whatever is going to hit it.
Like you're trying to go and play video games
Mhm.
after leaving the bed whilst your wife's asleep, carefully opening the door so she doesn't hear you and wake up.
Motherfucker, it's 3 a.m. This place is filled with old furniture, mostly wardrobes, cabinets, armoires, and chests. 2 chairs, a stool, a small table, and a couch are in the southeast corner. A shabby carpet is on the floor, and various types of hangings adorn the walls. The place is a hodgepodge of junk, obviously altered since the overthrow of the temple. It's just a 20 by 30 foot room.
Some random tools.
Looks like a shovel, a hammer, a bellows, as if they're from a forge.
Yeah, it's a this diagram to me is not indicative of what it is. This is a junk room. It's filled with junk. So there's like shit everywhere, you know? Like this looks way too orderly, if you ask me. I would say it's much like the picture. To your perspective, the room is wider than it is deep. 10, 20 feet deep, 30 feet wide. The door is in the northeastern corner. The door that you're entering is in the northeastern corner of the room. So, most of the room expands to your right. You do see that there is a door to the south, which was actually supposed to be a concealed door, but the designers of this map fucked it up. So we're just going to say there's an actual door.
That's
we all made our
unfortunate.
perception checks.
There's like 2 elves in this room. We would have seen it.
You might see a little wiggly line on the very bottom of that map image, right by the door. That's supposed to be this concealed door.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see the wiggle. The same as the one above.
It's covered by a translucent curtain.
Perfectly visible, but invisible at the same time.
Translucent doesn't mean invisible.
What would you like to do? You're standing before the room. The door's open. Nobody's gone in.
I'm going in.
So I'm going to stay by the door just to kind of keep a watch and see if anything's going to come across to these hallways.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going in the middle somewhere.
Well, Roland is scouting down this hallway. He's got his eye down there.
Is Roland wearing the robe?
If I haven't got a cape, yeah, I would actually, because I hadn't got a cape and I was looking for one. And I did say, if it comes to the shit, I can pretend to be a leader.
I've literally imagined Roland as wearing a bloody giant raven, like almost all the time, like a giant bloody raven's cloak. So are you actually heading down south to that passageway, or did you kind of stay back with the group? You just looked down there, or did you go down there?
No, I'm holding the position on the corner.
Okay. All right, so JB, you head into the room, and again, like I said, it's filled with junk.
Carefully, I don't necessarily trust that there's not some invisible fat guy in there, because you never know.
It's happened before.
It has happened before. That's why I'm saying it.
That's when motherfucking Freaknik called me out and tried to say I played that wrong. You're fucking wrong, Freaknik. You do not know what you are talking about. I did that exactly right. And that priest got stabbed in the belly.
Freaknik's
dagger of venom killed him dead. So you move in carefully. And Grey Ash, you follow in as well. Tuctrin's out in the hallway, kind of keeping an eye on things. Roland's at the corner as well. What about Tarkus?
I'm going to step in with JB.
Okay.
Got to look after the little man. He can't look after himself.
Oh, the little man's outside. He's out of the room. Tucktrin.
Oh. You see,
Right.
now I consider Tucktrin much bigger than this small guy here. Like,
He is. He's
he may
as
not
wide.
be. He may not be tall, but he's fucking wide.
He's very wide.
5'8" tall, 5'5" wide.
Wish I was 5'8".
Are you even over 5 feet?
Yes, man.
Let's see. 56
6.
inches.
Wow. So
Yeah, so
You are.
I'm
4'8".
4'8".
Did I get it bang on?
Well, I was just at Exhilarate, and you had to be less than 5 feet tall to go into the ball pit. So Tucktrin would be allowed to go into the ball pit.
sucks to be you,
Nice.
non-ball pit using asses.
Oh, we know what happens in that ball pit. No, you're welcome.
Pretty
to it.
sure it'd get stuck on the
So
slide.
does your
though.
mother.
Oh, dang. All right. So, yeah. So the three of you
That was
move into the
worst
room.
your mom joke I've ever heard.
Yeah. 3 of us move in.
Okay. You're in the room.
I'm gonna start,
Move that curtain aside. Let's check out that other door.
We'll say that there is a tapestry or something like hanging from the wall there. And but it's like it's half aside. You know what I mean? So you can still see the door there. Yeah, you go over, you can see the door.
Alright. Gonna examine the door. Does the door look trapped? Actually, do we want to pull the curtain back, or do we want to just peek behind the curtain? I feel like
There is
that's
nothing
a-
to see behind the curtain.
There's a door.
Pay
behind
no
the
attention
curtain.
to a man behind the curtain. Okay. I'm just wondering if we pull the curtain back, is that going to set off a trap that's going to kill everybody?
Nah, I don't want to do that.
I don't know. The gods are crazy.
Do what you must.
I yell open sesame and hope that the door just swings open.
All right. Yeah, I guess we'll very carefully pull the curtain back so we can examine this door and see if it's trapped, locked. Move on.
Either Rob's in a world.
All
of his
right,
own,
yeah.
or
So
he's
so
honestly-
you pull a curtain aside. You look at the door, and you're kind of examining it, looking for traps and stuff as you normally do. You don't discover any traps on the door. Seems to be fine.
Is it locked?
It is locked. Yes. All right. Let's see here. You're kind of examining the door. And as you're examining the door, a bolt fires out from like a concealed hole in the door, like right into your face, like cleaves off the side of your face. You take 5 points of damage.
Why am I rolling? Nothing to roll.
New nickname, JB Mr. Trap.
It looks like a crossbow bolt.
Mhm.
Actually,
look quickly at him.
I was gonna say Tarkus, Greyash, JB, all roll perception checks.
Does he look like he's immediately dying?
Yeah, let's give you a -4 penalty to this. This is pretty tough to catch.
Caught it.
Oh, I made it. We got a 10.
Perception.
I'm looking at the wrong page. 14.
10. Do I
I
roll
made an 8.
under or over?
Equal to or under.
Yeah, I rolled under.
I'm sorry, Rob. You said that was 5 points of damage or 4?
5 points of damage. So it was not trapped. It wasn't a trap. You saw like it appeared like something like something slid open, and then you could just vaguely see like you heard
slit.
the twang of of a crossbow, like something shot through the door. You know what I mean? Like a likely a being on the other side shot JB right in the face.
In the face. Sorry.
Having made my perception check, I saw it at the last minute and moved my head just slightly so it clipped my ear instead of hitting me between the eyes.
Yeah, and then you hear
For
like,
my-
and then
Sure thing, Donald.
Points of damage.
and, right.
Yeah. And at which point,
Yeah, so then the shutter closes again.
Is it just wooden door?
It's a wooden door. Yeah, it seems like a pretty heavy wooden door, but
Let's just set this room on fire and carry on. I say out loud as I step out of the room.
I'm down for that.
Should we go around?
Yes, we should.
Pretty sure that was someone who actually was there.
Yes.
There wasn't no trap in the door, so they know we're there. If they see us leave, they're going to just follow us.
Well, this room's full of trash, so if we set this room on fire, they're not going to come through this room, and we can wrap around, hopefully, and get them. Is my thoughts.
I like that.
We have loads of oil.
There's even more upstairs.
I mean, you have there was 12
I've used
vial.
one, there's 11.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was it 12? 11, yeah. It's 11.
Have they
How many
come back out
barrels
the
of
room
oil?
and
It
talking
wasn't
about it?
barrels of oil. Oh, yeah, those other barrels of the of the other oil. These were not
Yeah.
barrels. These were like...
I have said that in the room, Roland, as I motion everybody to move out of the room.
And I'm going to say, just in case there isn't another way out of that room, make sure you set the door on fire.
That'd be very funny. If that was a dead end room.
That would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just kick the trash that's in here, like just kick it up against the door.
There were
Absolutely.
flasks of oil, so they're flasks of oil. So they're
Yeah.
smaller, you know, they're handleable.
Some accelerant to get the kindling going, because there's loads of trash in here we can burn. So just throw a pile of crap in front of the door, pour some oil over it, and light it on fire. Right, let's off the fuck and go around.
Love it.
There is something funny I could do, but I don't. I like the burn plan.
Fireball.
Oh, there's something funny I can do too. Can separate an ogre's head and throw it into the room so they see it burn. They know we killed at least one.
That'd take a while.
I've got time.
Let's move
Worth it.
before they have.
Yes.
They're well worth the effort.
Roland, there was people in that room. We've trapped them with fire. Let's go south and see if we can get behind them.
Fire, you say?
Yes.
Why won't that burn all your precious books and stuff?
I saw no books. But there may have been books, but it looked like it was trash.
What do you mean there's people in there?
There was a door that was locked and somebody shot an arrow at JB. Look at the state of the poor guy.
What the
They,
I'll just
they
walk
shot
past
at
him
us. They
and go in the
deserve to
room.
die.
The
The room's on fire?
Okay, I'll go in the room on fire.
Yeah, you open up the door and there's like a little raging inferno in the room. You know, as the door opens, like you can just feel the heat. Like everything is like igniting on fire. And you do see a door to the south.
Door. Oh yeah.
It's a raging inferno though right now. Let me turn on some like action-y music because I feel like there's action.
It's not far to that other door though, is it?
Roland, are you
20
going
feet.
in there, my brother?
He's gonna fucking grass on us, man.
We're going around.
We're going to get him in the back.
Go on then, quick. I'll wait here and run through. Go on.
What? It's locked, isn't it?
The door is
quick.
locked.
No, I'll just kick it down.
Before I step away, because I have to indulge Roland from time to time, I cast
they've got
resistance
weapons.
to fire on him.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
You
Wait.
cast resistance to fire?
Oh,
Cast
okay.
resistance to fire on Roland.
This is the best thing ever. This is
Just
like
because
such a
every now and then
D&D
I'm able
adventure.
to indulge
All right,
him.
when
We have this stupid plan, and then somehow
I see
it
what's
gets
going
worse.
on, Rob.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast strength on myself.
Okay. You're fighter type, right? So it's like +1 something, 8-4.
Yeah, it's a D8.
Do anything?
Is it a D8?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and it's and it increases if you're already above 18.
Mm.
If you're already above 18,
Percentages,
it only
yeah.
goes by 10% each. So
Crash's
as long as I
getting
get it, as long as I
annoyed.
get a 2, I cap because you can't go to 19.
So you're going
It's the
there.
greatest
I
thing.
cap. Yeah.
Yeah. You're going that way. Yeah. And I'm just going to go there and flush him out. Flush him. Flushy.
You have warriors 1d8. So yeah, so you get to do extraordinary strength. Do you already have extraordinary strength? You do, don't you?
I do, so it only goes up by 10% per instead of 1 point per, and then it caps.
At 1800.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and roll that and add your strength in. So yeah, you cast that. Tarkus casts fire resistance on rolling. Man, this is like a really calculated plan that you guys got going on here. So okay, Roland, you got a resistance to fire on you now. I think that's what level spell is that? Isn't that
Level
resistance?
2.
Yeah, and I think it's like resistance to all normal.
When this spell is placed
Fire.
upon a creature by a priest, the creature's body is toughened to withstand heat or cold, as chosen by the caster. So, fire. The spell grants the creature complete immunity to mild conditions, standing naked in the snow or reaching into an ordinary fire to pluck out a note. The recipient can somewhat resist intense heat, whether natural or magical in origin, such as hot charcoals, a large amount of burning oil, flaming swords, firestorms, so on and so forth. The recipient of the spell gains a bonus +3 to saving throws against such attack forms, and all damage sustained is reduced by 50%. Therefore, that's a weird word to stick there.
There you
If
go.
the saving throw is failed, the creature sustains 1/2 damage. If the saving
Nice.
throw is successful, the creature sustains 1/4 damage. Resistant land
Okay.
lasts for 1 round for each experience level of the priest. So
Boot
6
that
levels.
And flush him.
Yeah, 6
Okay.
rounds.
Boot that door, man. Oof.
So that's
Are you
an
gonna run
hour.
through?
I don't run through. I go up to it. Normal movement rate. If it's a tapestry, I just cut it down. I'll stand in the doorway and see what happens.
They pushed the tapestry aside, so like the door is there.
I mean, it's
Um,
on fire.
door-
Just put my shield in front of me and step into the room, into the edge of the room there. That's where I'm pinging. When I'm ping, I go there.
Okay,
That's where I go.
so you're gonna like kind of march across the room.
Mm-hmm.
Looking like a superhuman to anybody that opens the slot to look at you.
Yeah, so
Terminator.
you move through the fire and or move like, and the tongues of flame are licking at you in your armor and all of that, and as you move across the room, get to the door. You're gonna try to open it.
Yeah, totally. Oh, I thought there was no door there. I thought
There's
the
a
door was
fucking
gone.
door, dude.
I
No, there's a
boot.
It's
door.
locked.
I boot the fuck out.
There's a locked door. That was clear, right, guys? I didn't miss
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Just boot
All right.
it.
Go ahead and roll an open doors check.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like this is a. God, man.
okay. So I've got 1872. That's 25%.
Oh, it's got to be a magical door. You got to open a magic door.
Oh, I don't know if I listed that. What's
Roll a
1870?
d20. Roll a d20. What's your strength? It's like super high.
I rolled a 15.
That's
and my
not going to
strength
be
is
good enough.
1872. Okay.
Rounds, not turns.
Actually, you can't even do it.
Oh, there you go.
Go ahead and roll damage, though.
Okay.
I think it's like a d3 for a foot, a kick, and then whatever your strength is.
The magical door.
D3 plus. Okay. So strength is +3. So it's D3 plus 3. 2 plus 3. So that's 5 altogether.
Don't take my asking him to roll versus magic doors as meaning the door is magical. I don't want to make that the clear thing. It's just it's a particularly strong door, is all it is.
It's cool, man.
fair.
You know what's
Um,
going on.
Yeah.
I'll just.
And you got to think we're also playing first edition and second edition are very, very close, but they're not identical. And so there are some areas where things don't work quite exactly perfectly right. And this is one of those areas where the mechanics of it are a little bit off. But
I'm glad it's bounced because I hope the guy in the other room's thinking, fucking hell, and runs out the other side or whatever it is.
Yeah, okay, so then what are the rest of you doing? You guys are walking around.
I'm hoping that... Yeah, hopefully they're coming with me. I've like strolled around here like with this nonsense going on.
Yeah, unless we're at full sprint, that is roughly the distance that we can make with Tukdran in tow, because he's 60, so...
Yeah, don't worry about me. You guys go, I'll catch up.
I reckon he'll make it there in a couple of rounds. It'll take me a couple of rounds to get through this door on fire. Don't worry about it.
Well, caution to the wind, just fucking full charge at my human movement rate of big number.
Oh.
All right, so
there's a way in from that side.
I don't even know if I've got my move written down here, so I don't even know how fast I
so you're moving down the passageway. You can see the passage continues. It extends straight down in that southwesterly direction. Maybe a good 50 feet before turning south.
This is the wrong way, guys. You need to turn around and go the other way.
It's like, shit. Head back the other way.
And just sprint past Tukdran.
And yeah, I'm just leaning on the wall like Ali Sheedy in the Breakfast Club, watching y'all run past me once, then twice.
All right, let's go back around this because I'm starting to get a little confused. What is Roland doing, Chris? But the door did not open right away.
I think what I'll do is give it another kick. I think. No, actually, I get my Is there anything I can leave at the door with? At all, or anything like in the room? A piece of trash?
Fire, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, you could probably find something that's not literally on fire yet. What do you want to put against? You want to put something against the door?
Is it locked or is it barred?
From your side, it just looks like it's locked. Like it's really hard to make a make a perception -4 penalty.
Okay. I'm gonna have to paint these dice because it's really hard to see with my eyes. 6.
That's probably. You have a perception of 10 or higher?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so you kick the door, and like you just, even with the roar of the fire and everything, Roland's kicked down many doors in his career as a military man, and it feels like the door is barred from the other side, which is making it particularly difficult to kick through.
Got ya.
So what's Roland going to do then?
So okay, it's not wise. It's not stupid necessarily. So I'll move back to the corridor, shut the door, and just stay there, looking around.
Okay. Well, you see JB like kind of like leaning there against the wall, and then and as you're like moving through the door, you see like, Gray Ash, and is Tukdran with him?
Probably a bit behind. Well, actually, probably around the same place now.
I'm whoever's in last in line because I'm trying to catch up because they were all running south. And I tried to run after them south, and then all of a sudden they did that Scooby-Doo turn and started going the other way, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? So I'm going the other way, and I'm like, all right.
And so Tarkus is also running, right?
Yeah, full speed.
Okay, so Tarkus and Gray Ash, like the two of you are like running, and then you see like, actually, he took 1 point of damage, Roland, from fire. You see Roland, like steps out the doorway, and like closes the door behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Like as you're running by. Gonna keep running?
Yes.
I love it.
I shall.
Okay.
I'm just watching cartoons in my head. Literally, now you've mentioned Scooby-Doo. Just Scooby-Doo.
I loved Scooby-Doo when I was a kid.
Zoinks!
I'm just keeping pace with him.
Roll. Well, just stay on my heels because I intend to shield bash anything that comes in my fucking way. Just roll through them.
Yeah, I'm gonna ultimately just follow them running like madmen. Just, not going back into the fire room and I'm not going off on my own.
I am peeping back in the fire room now and again, like until the fire goes down a bit.
All right, kind of screwed something up here, but I'm trying to figure it out. There we go. Got it. This is going to be super weird. It's okay, though.
Why should today be any different?
I know. Basically. I kind of screwed up the thing here. Let me fix it.
Okay. On seeing that, Tarkus just fucking skids to a halt.
Oh. Is this the water temple?
I believe we heard a poem about wind.
Now, hold on. Let's everybody settle down. Settle down, kids. Settle down, kids. We're in the car. Just settle down. We're making a pit stop here in a second.
There yet?
All right, so yeah, you go rushing around the corner. And as you do, you can see a room opens up beyond. This 40 by 50 foot chamber was evidently one in which new arrivals were hosted to the delights of the temple. At least this is what the wall murals depict. A few pieces.
Not good.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, then why the fuck are you talking over me, Pete? A few pieces of battered furniture. A few pieces of battered furniture, couches, chairs, and stands remain along the walls. In the center of the room, a shallow pool, its fountain apparently stopped, and the decorative statue of a minotaur sitting on a throne. Wait a second. Okay, let me reread that. A few pieces of battered... See, I got all fucked up because Pete.
Oh no, man. Pete, I'm going to smack your legs when I come to America. Love you loads.
All right, I'm just going to open this whole thing real quick. Okay.
GM, I've got faith in you.
All right, so this 40 by 50 foot chamber was evidently one in which new arrivals were hosted to the delights of the temple. At least this is what the wall murals depict. A few pieces of battered furniture, couches, chairs, and stands remain along the walls. In the center of the room is a shallow pool, its fountain apparently stopped, and the decorative statue of a minotaur sitting on a throne, much dirtied. Several skeletons lie about the place, and some odd skulls and bones as well. Mostly humans, but some humanoids also. None of the many crossettes and wall sconces are lit. No torches remain. So I guess you're, in this case...
Weird.
The light is from your devices.
Whatever we've got.
Let me reset the mood here a little bit. That was a little intense. There's also a door in the south, on the southern wall near the eastern corner.
Doesn't look like that goes to the room we're trying to get to, boys.
No, it does not.
Maybe that is a dead end room.
If he's a priest,
maybe it is.
Sorry, I'm not there.
That's bad for them, not us. Eventually that fire will die out, but they're getting a little toasty.
So you say murals on the wall?
Mm-hmm.
Any potential religious connotations to any of these murals? Can I roll religion?
Roll religion.
That is a 1.
Wow. Okay, yeah. I mean, there are... Yeah, there are depictions of elemental perversions, twisted, dark things perpetrated by the evil earth, fire, wind, and water elemental worshippers. I'm not sure what that means, but imagine it in your head.
Yeah.
Polish perversions you can imagine.
Yes.
we can imagine quite a bit.
I actually really like the little detail
Not in a
work.
nice way. Not in a nice way. I don't think it's meant to be perverted in a nice way.
Yeah, well, JB's evil, so he likes that shit. Weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
Don't behave.
Minotaur that's in the throne, the stone Minotaur in the throne is like a bit oversized too. Like, I mean, it's Minotaurs are already big, but this is like particularly, it's like oversized.
Hmm.
That in itself scares me, especially after seeing the golems upstairs. What if stepping in this room wakes up this stone golem of a Minotaur? That might have been what was spoken of by our gnome friend. We should
the Minotaur was
backtrack.
the leader, not a
We should
statue.
backtrack and discuss this with the rest.
Very well.
Those whatever was attacking me in that one room, if there's a way out, it's got to be in here though. I almost want to
Check the walls.
like check the walls for a secret passage, but I want to do it like move silently, invisible sort of thing, just in case the Minotaur does come into this room and worship his little statue guy.
Which walls?
I'm guessing the east wall, because that's the most likely place to find a secret passage or hidden whatnot to the room that's on fire.
The eastern wall of the Minotaur's room?
Yes, the blue wall.
Yes, that.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing while he goes and searches for secret doors?
I'm going to move silently so that I don't attract attention to myself, because
I'm gonna
I think
hover-
there's something in here.
I'm gonna move
I'm-
back to here to keep watch.
Yeah, I'm going to hover
And I made
here,
it.
so I've got my eye on him.
So I am invisible and moving silently.
Okay, so you're invisible. You're moving silently.
There's lots of
And-
shadows to hide in because it's a dark room.
And I'm invisible. Yeah, why not? We'll see if we can hide in shadows too. Watch. I'll roll a 99, trip over myself, and my stone of light will pop out. Nope, 38 made it.
Yeah, so you're in the room. It is dark. I mean, there's some light, in the distance. But your infravision kicks in. You begin to look for light heat spots and things like that. Yeah, so you start looking around. You kind of trace over that entire eastern wall. And I mean, technically it's 10 minutes for a 10 by 10 foot area to search for a secret door.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to explore that entire thing, it would take you 40 minutes, that wall.
So stupid.
No rush.
I mean, the only combatants
Or-
that we know are here are currently stuck behind a fire, so
If you
take your
if you
time.
I mean, I
Think
guess
it.
that's true. I
If you
mean,
wanted 10 foot each.
if we take long enough, then the problem will sort itself out.
yes, yes, it will.
Well, if
But I
you're an
also
elf,
don't
just
want-
walking down the wall is like a 1 in 6 chance of just finding it just by walking down
No.
it without even searching.
No, not if it's secret.
As it says, secret or concealed doors are difficult to hide from half elves, just as they are from elves. Merely
Yeah,
passing
secret-
within 10 feet of a concealed door, one hidden by obstructing curtains. Oh, it says secret or concealed, and it says one hidden by obstructing curtains.
See, like I say.
Yeah, the concealed door you can automatically find without even looking for it. A secret door you actually have to look for, and I believe you have a 2 in 6 chance to find
Correct. Correct.
it.
Mhm.
So,
Alright.
Yeah.
remarkably, however, let's see here. When moving down the wall, find this.
It's like right here now.
Yeah,
Well, I've got him pegged on the other fucking.
is that fire still burning good, Roland?
I'm gonna pop in into marshmallow.
Roast those dried sausages.
Smalls for the victorious.
In fact, yeah, that's what you
That'd
see when the door opens again.
So you actually find a secret door
Nice.
when you're searching down the wall. It's 30 minutes into your search.
Oh no.
Nice. We didn't. It's a good sign that we didn't get attacked in that time, I guess.
I guess so.
Got to roll encounters. He's going to start rolling now.
Yeah.
Rolls
I didn't
13
roll.
counter checks.
Yeah, I've been rolling.
Tarkus, you said you were watching my progress?
I'm stood here watching, but I can't see you too well because one, you're invisible, and two, it's a dark room. I'm human. I don't have infravision.
Yeah, he's not able to keep a hold of you. I mean, you're the predator in a dark room. I mean, so
Need some
30 minutes
glasses.
searching. It's nothing, man.
Do I go back and get y'all, or do I go in and see if I can catch them from behind? That's an oddly shaped room, though. If that's what.
I mean, I'm sure you could give me a sharp whistle or something to let me know you found something.
Caw-caw.
Yeah, there we go. The Raven's call.
Exactly.
I look every other round or so. I look every D4 rounds. Every D4 rounds I look. What's happening in the room?
look in the
Every one
room.
round.
Oh man, it's like totally on fire. You know, I mean, everything is kind of going up.
Does it stay a blazing inferno for 30 minutes? Was there that much trash in there?
I'll roll a d6 and I'll
When
say that
I-
many turns it's on fire. 50
When I
months.
find the secret door, is it particularly warm?
That's a good question here. Let's see here.
'Cause I'm trying
Hang on,
to
DM overload.
use-
Give him a chance.
No, we're
trying
good.
to use
Fine.
that use that to gauge. Is there one room between us and the fires, and maybe more? And I could be wrong on that, but that's where I'm thinking.
If you open that door and there's light the other side anyway, I'm pretty sure I will notice.
Fair enough.
I'll see a beam of light cast across the room from where I'm standing. And my perception roll says so.
Nice.
All right, yeah. The door. I would say does not look like it's. It looks like it's probably been used at some point in recent times, but not regularly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it's not been closed for 10 years. You know what I mean? Like some of the other stuff you've been going through and you're like, nobody's been in this room since this place was sacked originally. This door looks like it's obviously been opened a couple of times, but not regularly at all.
I'm also using this in a very unscientific way, so you probably have some discretion on this, to try and gauge how many rooms or how many walls are between us and the Raging Inferno. Like, if it's just the next room over, it might be warmer than if there's like 3 or 4, so do I feel anything that way? Am I making sense?
The only thing that you feel is the cold, hard piece of coal that is your heart. No, you don't feel any heat. There's no heat
That might
behind the
be
door.
the nicest thing you've ever said to me, and I got a bit of a lump in my throat.
Quick, cough it up before we think you're turning good.
All right.
I think we've got a doppelganger. If that's not JB.
Okay, last question on this. Does the door open in or out?
It opens out towards you.
Towards me. All right. I'm going to open the door in such a way that when I open it, I'm behind it.
Okay.
Just to see what happens.
Okay.
There it is.
All right, so the door, you pull the door open,
Hmm.
and this enormous spiked log comes swinging into the doorway opening. Like, you know, if you would have been standing there. Let's see.
Interesting.
Let's see.
It's a good job he was behind the door.
I'm trying to see how here this would be. That was a door on the wall, and it was open in. So you're like here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I opened the door in such a way that I was completely behind it.
Now you can't really see into the room because you're completely behind the door.
That's
but
fine.
actually, from
testing
Tarkus's perspective, he can see a little bit because the room on the other side of that door is lit.
All right.
Oh, I can't see anything. Like, my vision of that door is cut off by that wall. I've not moved that far down.
Oh, okay,
Hmm.
okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll just open that a little bit up. So that thing goes swinging, and
I mean, I'm sure the sound echoed.
And you hear, what the fuck is going on out there? From within.
Hmm.
And then you see the Minotaur. Well, actually, you would kind of see this, but definitely Tarkus would see this, and anybody else in that hallway. The Minotaur, like, quickly moves to his feet and looks over in that direction.
Oh my god.
So this guy was the Minotaur. Not just
So
a statue.
light in the room.
It's
Well,
an
the statue.
enormous Minotaur.
And I'm invisible. I don't know if that's going to help me, but
Hmm. Can I request a toilet break quick?
Yeah, we'll take a really
Sorry.
short break. No, you're good.
Thank
Let's
you.
do it.
Sorry.
Bathroom break.
JB,
yeah.
Stuff seems to be happening.
just so you know, right? The higher the hit dice the monster, the more they naturally just see invisible things.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's behind a door at the moment, though.
No, I'm just saying, like, don't expect to, because, like, the idea is, like, not 8 and 9 hit dice monsters often do see through
Yeah, I
invisibility
was-
textures or move. If you just watch out with that, like,
Alright.
you know. And just,
Yeah, I was mainly just wanted to not be seen by whatever was in the room, but whatever's out of the room, we'll just take.
I mean,
that as it
I
comes.
assume I see the light flood the room anyway, and
I would
thus,
Yeah, I would
enjoy
think so.
toilet break.
yeah,
I'm going to.
c-
I'm gonna have my
can
cup
let
of tea.
Grey Ash know when he returns from the bathroom.
Yeah,
Run
I'm
the
not. We're
dungeon
not
here.
doing a. I mean, anybody run if you need to, but I'm not. I don't have to go, so I'm just gonna
Oh,
hang out
see.
here as soon as
Okay.
everybody
I
gets
might
back.
take a precautionary piddle. I'll be back in a second.
A Jimmy Riddle.
How you doing, Chris? How you been, man?
I'm alright, man. Pretty good. Chilling. We'll have to chat sometime.
I know I've been really busy lately. It's been a tough summer, I'll say. Been really busy.
I know you've been seeking. I'm doing many things.
Well, I'm looking for a new
Oh, you've
job.
written some... Exactly. That's up there. Exactly.
Yeah,
Some
which
good
has
article.
been...
You've written some good articles though, bro. You got a nice portfolio.
Thanks. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I've been writing some cool shit, but I mean, it's just not sustainable. Like, it's such a grind, and I have no health insurance, which you guys don't know out there in the
Yeah.
European, you know.
Move to England to become a teacher.
I can do all of my interviews over the internet. They won't even know I don't live in Savannah.
Mm.
I'll just pretend like I'm living in Savannah, still going to all these events and shit, and I'll just interview people on the phone or.
You're not really going to move to England to that shit. It's just an easy answer. But, you know, maybe you should look at something like that.
On the health insurance note, I lived in Holland for a while, and we were required by law to have health insurance. Massive fine if you didn't have it.
We're
Worst health
required by
insurance
law to
ever.
have health insurance, and we are fined if we don't have it. Our
There
health
is-
insurance just sucks, and it's expensive.
Like
There is-
ours, or in Holland,
Rob.
they don't tell you no very often, but you have to pay a fee just in case you go to a hospital, even if you don't go to the hospital,
Rob,
which is ridiculous in my opinion.
What's up, Chris?
Would you be willing to pay? I think it's 7% of your income a year.
Well, let's see here. So probably because our health insurance is that would probably be.
That would be more than what I'm paying for my current health insurance.
So we pay 7%, right? Unless you're unemployed or you can't pay, in which case it's automatically contributed for you. So as soon as you start onto the earning bracket, you pay 7%. But I think it's slightly lower.
The thing about it though is that I don't have. So we pay $1,300 a month. So we pay $14,600 a year. Okay, American dollars, right? But that's just for the plan. That's not for the care.
Well, the excesses.
And so we get paid. No, not excesses. That's because I have a deductible of like I think it's $6,250. My wife has a deductible that's $6,250, and my son has a deductible that's $6,250. But we do have a family deductible that's $12,500. So if the first $6,250 of any care I get with my health insurance, I also pay out of pocket. So, and only rare instances is going to be more than that. So it's really just catastrophic care. It's for when, if you get stabbed in the stomach. You know what I mean?
We pay 7% across the board, no matter what you earn, and you're all treated according to your need. But what we find is that emergency appointment, like A&Es and so brilliant, it does yield the higher services are really good, like cancer care, MRI. Sometimes we queue a bit when the service gets overracked, but you can always guarantee you will be treated really well. I found with my.
They're terrible though if there's something invisible wrong with you. They don't do any preventative care at all. They only help you if you're messed up. So A&E, great, but going to your doctor and saying, "Oh, well, I don't feel too well," he's not going to do anything until you go.
Can be long, but that's medicine.
Then he's going to be like,
"But that's medicine. That's not a computer. We're not computers. That's medicine, and it's slow to find out what things can be wrong with you." Anyway,
all right. So is everybody here? No, Pete just walked away.
Pete just stepped away.
Yeah, because Pete just decided to wait until 5 minutes into the break to walk away.
Okay.
God damn it, Pete.
Well, for instance, though, you've had the treatment that I could have had off a health plan. I would be uninsurable for the treatments I've had at the FNHS.
JB is back. No, he's not back.
I think other people must think the NHS is like Russia or something. My wife had emergency surgical birth at the nearest NHS hospital. No fucking problem. Straight in. I dread to think what you'd have paid for that in the US.
We paid fortune in US.
Yeah, we paid $6,250 for. We paid
My
our deductible.
My son was born for free.
Yeah, we paid $6,250, which was our deductible, the entirety of our deductible for Lincoln to be born.
But there are plenty of people that get their births for free here, so.
Are there? Plenty?
Oh yeah, that's why yours costs $6,000. I work in healthcare. I know.
Have you seen?
Plenty though. Like what's the percentage of people who pay for nothing for their birth?
The percentage of people that pay nothing for their births versus the percentage of people that pay for their births is over 50%.
50% of people do not pay for their birth at all.
So if you're,
I have a hard time believing that. I'm sorry.
If you're not in the taxpayer bracket, then you don't have a deductible. You get it for free. You go in, you claim indigent non-pay. So if you're in a non-tax paying bracket, which is nearly 50% of the population right now, you can have your births for free. Also, if you're a non-citizen but you are pregnant and go to a hospital, they can't refuse your care and you still get your birth for free because they can't make you have insurance because you're not a citizen and you get your birth for free. So yes, the majority of births are non-pay, and that's why yours cost. And that's why yours costs $6,000.
Would you get birth treatment up to a proper level? Like, would you get like?
It's all the same.
Incubator.
It's all the same.
I don't think it's the same.
There is no difference. The standard of care does not change unless somebody's doing something highly illegal.
Yeah, National Institute of Clinical Exclusion.
All right, well, let's get back to the game if everybody's here.
I was going to say, the viewers came here for D&D. They walk away with medical information.
All right, as they should. Screw the real world.
Yeah.
Minotaurs.
So the Minotaur gets up, looks over in that direction.
Fucking hell, yeah.
And like roars.
I suppose I don't need to let anybody know this is happening.
Shit. Actually, just roll me a d20.
20? Okay. That is a 13.
All right.
Made a perception check.
It doesn't seem like he's looking at you.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's looking at the noise from the other side of the door.
Yeah, so he jumps, he like lands down from the throne and like points at the doorway basically and says, "You will be my next feast."
That's problem solved.
All right. Is anybody to do anything?
I believe Tarkus is in awe, thinking that this fucking Minotaur's gonna go and eat JB, and he's torn between helping and just letting him die.
Do we hear that all the way up at the staircase?
Yeah, you'd probably hear that at the staircase.
Okay.
Pretty loud.
I moved to here just to see what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I mean, you see for a moment what's going on, but then the Minotaur moves out of your visual range as he charges the door. The now open door.
I watched Tarkus then. He's like, what the fuck? Hand motions at Tarkus, like.
The minute Tarkus doesn't want to make noise, I'm not sure what's going on.
You hear, mostly JB hears this. The other guys, you might be able to hear this, but you hear, "Defend me, you fools! What do I pay you for?" And there are, and you can see like two guards or two chainmail wearing, shield carrying men at arms. Fairly tough. Step out into like basically in front of the door. Like right in front of the door.
Well,
right here.
JB hasn't screamed for help yet, so I'm hopeful that he's safe. Thus, I do not act at the moment.
I'm not making a goddamn sound until I've got a clear way to do anything. Because it looks like the Minotaur hasn't seen me, and I don't want to change that.
So the Minotaur charges, moving at an incredible speed, and just absolutely gores the fuck out of one of those guys.
Seems alright.
I'm looking for a spell. I thought it was level 3, but it's not. Oh, there it is.
Let's see here.
That's diameter, not radius. Wait, radius. Radius is half circle, is it not? Diameter is full circle. Yeah. Ooh. Tarkus starts chanting because there's a lot of noise, and I just pray to Jeebus that little man's in range Yeah, you're in range of that. Is Roland? Oh no, Roland.
What are you casting? Trying to cast?
I'm gonna cast prayer, which gives us some bonuses to saves and shit, and it's just generally helpful.
All right,
spell.
so the Minotaur runs across, and only really, I mean, even JB, you can't really see it because it's like the door's open, but he gores the Minotaur gores one of the men, and just flings him to the side, and his limp, dead body falls to the ground in the main chamber there. And the other one, you can just see there, he's like, well, you can't really see him, but the other one's like, pissing his boots right now.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, he persists and tries to take a stab at his sword, which is feebly knocked away by the enraged Minotaur. All right, is anybody going to do anything? Casting
yes.
prayer?
I would like to cast a spell.
Okay. Go ahead, cast your spell. You're not in combat, so until there's a recognition of you two knowing each other, I'm not gonna go into combat initiative. I'm just gonna kind of let you guys do your thing.
So first of all, is this is he, what size is he?
Large.
Okay, so larger than man size.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's goring these other guys, which have nothing to do with us right now.
I mean, unless you've made friends that I don't know about.
No, I have not.
No, sir.
So I'm going to hold my action for right now, actually, because he's fighting those other guys. I'm going to move close to the entrance to the room, though. And just hold my action and watch this guy fight these other guys. There's no reason to jump into it.
Okay, is anybody gonna else do anything?
I don't want to get involved in the massacre on the other side of the door, but I also don't want to cross the door just in case there's a glimpse of me. I want to rejoin my party, but I'm going to do it on the outer perimeter of the room. I'm going to sort of just complete the circuit of the room. Not looking for anything. I just want to be as quiet as I can, as far away from the Minotaur as I can. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So my goal is to rejoin everybody else after going a full clockwise once around the room.
Alrighty.
I'm waiting, so it doesn't seem like I'm just watching Tarkus not rushing into the room, so it doesn't seem like things are something's happening. Only one person went in the room that I know of, and it doesn't seem to be
Well, Tarkus'
a reason to rush in there myself.
JB hasn't feebly squealed yet, so nothing's taken a swing at him. So I'm currently waiting to see what I need to do.
Okay, so everybody's gonna wait here. I might narratively describe the situation then. For the next several minutes. Okay, first of all, the Minotaur, after a bit of back and forth, the Minotaur takes care of this other guard and moves into the inner chamber there through the secret room. You hear screams, moans, and the sounds of battle, and the outrageously loud and angry roars of the Minotaur as he brings about an avalanche of death to whatever it is on the other side of that door. This goes on for maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes, we'll say. Okay, unless anybody's going to do anything.
I'm just curious how far around the room I get.
Yeah, so at about like, a couple minutes, like after the Minotaur moves into the room, like, those who can see into the room, you see JB. Like, he's moving, like, quietly, but, like,
Okay.
there's something, like, his cloak is kind of, like, partially open or something. You can see JB. Like, he's, like, obvious to you.
Okay.
But he's moving quietly, and whatever is in that other room, the Minotaur is not noticing him. Like, because he's not looking in that direction, you know what I mean? And he's being fairly quiet, and there's a lot of noise coming from that chamber. After about 10 minutes, Roland,
No
that's
PTMs.
the door comes crashing open
Oh no.
to the north,
Mm-hmm.
and a man on fire comes rushing out of the door. Like, he's
Preferable.
on fire, and he's like looking behind him. He's like, no.
Chop.
You're going to attack him, right? I mean, he's going to give you an ambush round, so you can just attack him. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Mm-hmm. D20.
Okay.
A 7 plus 7 is 14. So that's I'm a plus 1.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, he's got chainmail armor on.
8 plus.
This
8.
poor guy. He thought he was
11.
finally free.
11 damage.
Then he met Roland.
Fine.
It's gonna be cool Roland soon because what's behind him.
Surprisingly, he's still alive. He has chainmail armor on.
Wow.
I'm sorry, what did he say did you hit?
1.
Okay. He's got chainmail armor on. He's got a bastard sword, like, in hand.
Wow.
But when he opens the door and you stab him, with your bastard sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looks mightily surprised. But he's still up. He's like, what the fuck, man?
Second
There's
attack.
a beast after us!
Second attacking. So we get 2 attacks for mastery.
Mastery
say
doesn't give
one?
you 2 attacks.
Okay.
Mastery just
Okay.
gives you 1. You're still at. I don't think you don't get 2 attacks until level 7, I believe. Are you level
Okay.
7? You might be level 7. Are you?
Not
No,
yet.
no.
No, 6.
6. 6 and a bit.
So actually, I will do this.
Have that.
Did you say you hit him for 1, Roland?
No,
Okay.
I rolled 11 damage total. 3 plus 8.
I misheard you. Little did these guys know we were going to fire their only way out and set a Minotaur on.
Crazy, dude.
I love it when a plan comes together.
His
I
plan
sat on
tool
that-
from the start.
Sat on that door like a dog.
I mean,
I mean,
it's not really
that
a plan. It
log-
was just a happy accident.
This is such a
log
D&D
was
mode.
meant for the Minotaur, and we disarmed it.
Hmm.
It was so specifically descriptive as to what it did, too, that the way that Pete described what his character was doing, I was like, there's no way I would fucking hit him. You know what I mean? So, like, even though he failed to
Yeah.
discover the trap, like,
That's
it
fair.
didn't matter, right? Like, why would it matter?
Exactly.
JB, you do get a little bit of a better look into the room as you move on the other side of the room. During this is happening, and you can just see like a trail of blood and death in that room beyond. All right, so you're fighting the man. He yells at you, and you kind of like glance back through the door, Roland, and you see like standing in the open doorway, like, just kind of like crouch underneath into the room of fire, is this massive Minotaur. And he points, he points to the door and he says, "You'll not escape me." And he's pointing at the guy that you're fighting, but then he kind of looks at you and he says, "More to kill." And he goes rushing across the room. So let's go ahead and do initiative now.
God damn it.
This is not
Still
how I
gotta
thought
make
this
it
would
through
go.
the fire.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna want to do the fire.
Yeah, no, this took a turn.
What's that then? Okay.
For some reason, Gary Gygax did not write this particular part of the adventure. This is not in the potential outcomes.
Improvise.
So let's go ahead and declare. We'll declare.
Oh, declare.
So declare first. So what do you? I mean, Avi, what are you gonna do? You see the Minotaur. The man is like trying to urge you to fight the Minotaur with him, even though you already just stabbed him. He just said that. He's like, "What are you doing? There's a beast after us. Join me."
Shield bash him.
Wait, did you have your shield on you last time?
Mm.
Well, now you could have shield bashed him last time then.
I want to shield bash him back into the room.
Okay. You stab him with the sword. Now go ahead and do your shield bash.
Oh, that's not as good. That's 7 plus 5. That's 12, 15. So that's armor class 3.
Oh, you miss him. He manages to move out of the
Shield
way.
bash.
And he says, "Fuck you, motherfucker!"
Oh, okay.
He says, "When this is all said and done, I'll have a special torture in mind for you."
He thinks he's surviving this?
Well, I gotta make the villain sound villainous. He's not gonna be like, "Oh my god, I'm so scared, I'm pissing my pants." Sorry.
He only sees.
He's already pissed his pants.
Yeah.
I was trying to bash him back in the Minotaur's direction, man, and he's fucking had none of it. He was like, fuck off.
All right, so what is Roland gonna do then in the next round?
I move out the doorway to the side that the players are, so my back would be to where the players have gone to, and I see what the Minotaur does, and I go, like, I look edgy. I give it a chance to pursue the man, but if it comes at me, I fucking swat it, like. I move at least 10 foot back from the door.
I think it's already said that it's going to swat you.
If it comes at me, it has some.
I mean, it's going to take the first target it sees and then come after Roland if Roland's backed away.
Yep.
Okay, and what's
Sure, the
all right,
does.
so Grey Ash and Tark. Where is Tuctrin again? Dom, tell me where Tuctrin is. I'm sorry, I lost track of
It's
it.
like here, right?
Okay, I had moved up to here,
Okay, all right.
and I was holding my action. So the Minotaur is, of course, to run up here, right?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know that from where you are, but you can see that like there's a trail of blood. Like, you know what I mean? He went into that room and started bringing the pain.
Yeah, we gotta go that way. Like
You're gonna
this.
follow that way?
Yeah.
Okay, and what about I mean, you can. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna let you just kind of see in there then right now, like before we even do the initiative, just because you would have kind
I
of
get to like right there. That's as far as I can get.
Hey man, that's pretty far.
I've got such an idea, but I've got no way to communicate it to Roland.
Well, he's not the brightest, is he?
Roland?
Is it
Yeah.
average
It's
intelligence?
well established that he's not the brightest.
Yeah, he's only average intelligence, barely.
But he's got the blood of a raven. He doesn't have to be.
Exactly, completely unwise. He'll peck anybody in the eye.
I want to charge into that the room behind the barred door and get Roland to come running through, bar it, and then watch the Minotaur beat on it with the fire burning his back.
Wait, so
But I've got
Tuckerin,
no way to
you
communicate.
chase after the Minotaur. You can see bodies are like littered all around. There's there are, you know, a total of 7 dead guards like lining from that door, that first secret door that JB found, to the door that leads into the fire room. You can see the door that leads into the fire room because it's that door between the room that you entered, this weird shaped room, and the room beyond is still open, and you can see the door beyond, and you see the Minotaur's back. Like, you know, he's like standing there, and he's like, you know, you can see him like doing his whole monologue thing, and he puts his head down like he's about to charge. The room that you have found yourself in is, get the right
This session's
description
mad.
here. Yeah, this is insane, right? It's lined with double bunks, 10 in all, straw mattresses. There is light. The wall, the a sconce with a torch in the southern wall is lit, and then there's light in the room that the Minotaur is sort of standing in now. I mean, he's standing in the northern edge, right where that door is. There's also light coming out of that room, so you're able to fairly see. I mean, you know, you have infravision, but it's no good with a little bit of light. But you can basically see the room. It looks almost like a barracks, you know, that you can see. You know, in this room. So that's where you stand. So, noting that, what would you like to do this round, Tuctern? This first round of initiative.
So the first round of initiative, he's about to charge, and I can't see who he is about to charge, right? I can't see like who he's attacking.
You can't, but you heard what his little monologue was.
Right. All right.
Yeah, if he's not about to charge Roland is definitely on the list.
Right. So this round, I think I'm going to. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. I'm gonna cast Aid on myself,
Okay.
and then because I can't stop him from charging, I don't think.
No.
There's
probably
really
not.
no way for me to stop him from charging. So, and I don't think I can, and I won't be able to attack him before he charges.
Well, there's
so-
a chance, aren't you? Like right, basically, like
I
right
am,
at
but
the
his-
door.
But his I mean, meta, but his charge initiative is going to be faster than my axe initiative
Could be.
by a lot. You know what? I tell you what. Let's go for broke. Screw this. I'll tackle him.
You're gonna try
I'm
tackling.
gonna tackle his legs. He's about to charge. I'm gonna tackle his legs. Screw it. Let's do it.
Oh,
The
I love it.
Minotaur.
He's
Yeah,
just gonna
this
run
is-
with this dwarf attached to
This
his
is the
leg.
greatest thing ever.
Hey, listen, man. I've got an 18 double out right now. Let's tackle this.
All right, we're gonna move quick here, guys, because I actually got to end pretty precisely on our normal time. So we're gonna move here. So let me finish up here. That's Tuctrin. JB, what are you doing?
Well, when I saw the dwarf go running for the door, I just sort of rolled my eyes like, all right, I guess we're doing this. I'm going to follow him, but first I'm going to take a look at that throne, see if there's anything cool or interesting on the throne. Maybe something to control the Minotaur.
All right. What about Tarkus? What's he doing?
Seeing
good
that
thinking.
everybody else has gone to engage, I'm going to round the corner to catch Roland. So
You're going to come around the other end. And what about and potentially fight? What about Grey Ash?
I'm gonna move around to here. Well, as far as I can. It's like,
Mhm.
um,
I mean, you can move.
I'd like to cast a spell this round if I am able to. I don't know how far I can move and cast a spell. Like, I just want to be able to see Roland.
I'll let you have moved last round since you hadn't really done anything. So you can be within range to cast your spell. All right, so let's go ahead and David, why don't you roll the initiative then?
Good luck.
Hopefully not. It's because I rolled a 10 last time. That's why he's making me wrong.
Good luck, man.
It's a 1!
Yep.
That's what
Yay!
you get. Tables have turned.
All right. Yeah,
All right, so 1, 2, 3.
I'm not sure when I would go then. Just doing a search there because I'm not in melee. If I go first or last.
I'm going on 2.
You go on your initiative +3. So you'd actually go on 2. You're going on 2 as well, Grey Ash?
Yeah, 2.
Spells first, so go ahead, do your spell.
Okay, roll Wild Surge. 4. -2, 5, 4. Roland grows 40% size.
That's awesome.
Okay.
All right, so so
It could have been much better than that, but
Pete, roll me a so what you're doing is an untrained looting check. Is what this is the looting skill.
Okay.
From the Complete Thief. Unless you have looting, it's from the Complete Thief's Handbook. I'd strongly recommend it. It's a really great little proficiency. So
don't have looting yet.
Name
is
something for
dexterity.
alertness.
You'll be minus
You
3
never
since
use
you're not.
alertness.
Yeah. So
So Dex -3.
yeah, is what is your target number.
That is a 14, so I made it.
All right, so you find a small bag underneath the stone throne,
Nice.
and a scroll.
Nice.
The bag seems to have some click-clacks in it.
All right. Before I look in the bag, Can I look at the scroll and know what it is?
You can try. You can certainly try.
All right.
In the immortal words of every DM ever.
All right. I just
You can
want
certainly
to
try.
see if I can identify what sort of thing this scroll is. Because if it can control the Minotaur, this would be useful. Otherwise, I'm going to give it to one of the wizards, or the wizard.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me check and see if this is one that you can identify right off of. Okay, it is a scroll of protection from elementals, all.
Power.
Nice.
Gonna tuck it.
that's a
into
lot
the
better than the
pack.
previous one we got.
Yeah. Gonna tuck it in the pack and head on over to.
Sorry, that was a
Mm.
real bad snorting
I know
cocaine
that's-
noise. Fucking
I
hell.
know that's my.
I've been like phlegmy all night, so.
I know that's
all right.
my action, but on my next course of action is going to be following Tuxrin through the door.
All right, and that was at 2, 3, 4.
4.
Oh, dwarfy dwarf. Now, I believe that there's a little bit of a penalty when you're trying to take down a
Of a size category or a larger,
yes,
maybe
larger
I actually
size
don't know.
category. Go ahead and roll. Let's see what happens, and then if it's close, then we'll worry about finding the
3.
rules.
So I rolled a 14. I have +3, so that's 17. That's an AC -2. But I have a 15th ACO.
I mean, even if I gave you a -4, I still think that would be. I mean, that's still good enough. Yeah. So you rush up. And you tackle his legs. You tackle him. You got
Nice.
your little dwarven arms wrapped
little bowling
around
ball.
his little bowling ball, and you knock him to the ground, like right in the doorway. Roland, you see this?
I'm still
You get in the
juiced up
back
for
of the
fighting
knee.
ogres.
The man with you sees it. So that was at 4, at 5, 6.
Me.
Go
Five.
ahead. Go ahead. 5, Roland.
So, who is he tackled? The man
So
who
you
was running
just see the Minotaur fall to the ground like he's tackled from behind. I mean, through the flames and stuff, I guess you can see, like, you see on the other side there.
Oh, he hears me yelling.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
hear Tuctor, you see him, and he's tackled the Minotaur from behind.
off? Can I ask a question about the Minotaur when I saw him? What did the stone look like? Was he like marble?
Roll a wisdom check. Or no, roll an intelligence. This would be intelligence.
I don't mind. Intelligence, okay.
It's intelligence.
Well, I rolled an 11, so that's a fail.
You failed your intelligence check?
Mhm.
The Minotaur appears to be made out of stone.
Okay,
Like field stone.
Oh boy.
so I'm not going to whack it with my sword then. I grab my Morning Star and go.
Are you going to run into the flaming room?
Yeah, I'm still fireproof, aren't I?
Mostly.
Running.
All right, so he's on the ground. So you're gonna run in and smash him with your. Go ahead, roll the hit.
Smash him on the head. 18. Fucking hell.
Yeah, you smash him. You get him.
D6 plus 1. So that's 4 plus my strength. 4 plus 3. 7. 7. Blunt.
Smash down into him. It seems to do a bit, but this is a big beast. You just kind of flake off a bit of the stone. How bad did you fail your intelligence? Your intelligence is 10 or 9?
9.
Okay. I'm going to say actually you hit him and you can tell. You know what? Actually, this man is just flesh and bone. Or this beast is just flesh and bone. Not made out of stone. Like a bit of like gray, like muddish kind of like disguise kind of comes off as you bash him, and you can tell that he's not actually made of stone.
Right.
Huh.
Tarkus is the only one who has not gone. Is that right?
Correct, because Tarkus only declared movement. So yeah, at the minute I'm beside Greyash.
Okay. Let's see here. The Minotaur goes on 7, and he's going to try to kick at Tuctrin and get him off.
Come on.
AC 1?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He kicks you twice. AC 1 and...
Fucking hell.
AC -1.
Oh, yeah. Got me.
So that's... Very good damage. 7 and... Of course, they don't give you the information you really need to have for this.
Why would they?
7 touch. You take 13 points of damage, and you're not holding him anymore. He kicks you off. And guys, we're just going to have to stop in the middle of the battle. I'm so sorry to do this, but my wife has to work tonight. So
no problem.
she's as soon as I go in, she's got to come out to work. But we're in the middle of some cool stuff, so we'll leave it at a cliffhanger. We'll leave Frank with a little bit of masturbation material. And 2 weeks, everybody good in 2 weeks?
I should be good in 2 weeks.
No. I'm on holiday.
You're on holiday.
Oh no, I might be able to play. I could play because I'm only playing, not running. But I will be in Fuerteventura. So.
If you don't want to do it while you're on vacation, just let us know. We don't have to make the decision this second.
It's a nice thing to do. So.
Okay. You don't have to make the decision this second, like I said. So if you change your mind because you're on vacation, that's also fine. Guys, great game. Thank you for playing. It was fun to get down into the second level where the danger level is amped up just a bit more. So great game, everybody. And I will we'll see you very soon.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching if you are out there.